Good day and welcome to Tales of Aether, a bi-monthly D&D or not D&D game campaign. Previously, 2 weeks ago in our sessions, the siege breakers have arrived at Mannheim to meet
Question: Siege breakers? Wasn't it ship breakers?
The ship breakers, right? Well,
yeah.
Okay.
We'll lay
Whatever.
siege later on.
Lost in Rumors have arrived at Mannheim to meet Alexander Palace and figure out a way to resurrect Dalo, which you did somewhere. I don't have it in my notes. I know it feels like it was important enough to write down, but I didn't. In any case, you secured enough either from him to fix Dalo's body and bring him back. And then you talked to Alexandru about his experiments, the role of Astrid, right? Astrid Avery, Len's mom, in those experiments in a way to develop a ship engine capable of bringing you to different planes. And in exchange for getting that either you promised Alexandru to go to the astral plane and get him more either. He has shown you around. He has shown you the ship he has constructed, Pathfinder 4, very original name. And yeah, I feel like we did a lot more, but I think that's about it, really.
We did the shopping part last week.
We didn't do much with it. Well,
We did
yeah, last
shopping.
week, but it was more
Oh,
like
you
yeah.
last week, not
Yeah,
the last
yeah,
session.
yeah,
I see.
yeah,
I see.
yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Can you send the Excel sheet to them for like you had like an Excel sheet with like the priority of buying
it should
stuff?
still be linked somewhere, but that is not up to date anymore.
Oh.
Because we got everything that was on that list. I think.
Oh, okay.
Everything else after that was like nice to have. More or
Well,
less.
don't worry about it too much. Maybe, like, I think it's 50-50. Either you crush Pathfinder or you steal Pathfinder.
Steal? We would
is,
never steal.
This from the stuff that I got. I don't know if it's fully gone through yet. Like I mean, I got a hollow skin thing, but anyway, if it's all bought, that's 21k. So that needs to be taken off.
21k. Okay.
Yep.
What did you buy?
We got a bunch of stuff. Like we got whatchamacallit? Force Pavis. We had like a bunch of stuff for Dalu, a bunch of stuff for
What was the first word you used? Force what?
Force Pavis.
Force
It's a shield, but
Shield,
yeah, but
has this
the health
attachment thing.
Oh yeah,
bullets,
those are from here. Yes, I know. I remember Dan mentioning them. Yes, Force Pavis and stuff for Dalu and whoever else. We still have approximately 1,300,000 credits. So.
Didn't it have been? Doesn't Force Pavis cost like 10k?
Oh,
It does.
I was muted.
And Hollows can cost 15k. No?
I didn't add the cost.
We
of the
bought only
shield,
one
so
because I couldn't find one. If you remember.
the 21k is 5 grav shoots because they're cool, a thunder gun, and hollow skin procedure.
Did you get the Thunder Gun?
Grudge, the Thunder Gun. And what was the last part? Right.
A hollow skin cyberware.
Cyberware.
Are you sure
And then
you rolled
there's-
high enough to get the Thunder Gun? Because I don't think you did.
I don't even think I rolled for it.
I
There was
rolled
just
it.
we were just talking about it, but I don't think there was a roll for
There's in chat Bobby,
unless it was the 58, which is this recent one.
yeah.
Active camel surface. Is
Yeah.
that for a person or is that
It's
for our
for
ship?
Buddy.
I see. Minus
I can
25k.
remove the thunder gun. I've got rid of it.
Camel surface.
It's 1k money back guarantee you just got.
Okay. Holo skin.
Man, I love how
Okay.
we're doing this at the start of the session.
Yeah, we didn't have
I mean,
time
Selim
before,
wasn't here.
obviously.
Yeah, you didn't
I-
not at all.
Well, it's not that much anyway.
And then what else? Because you mentioned more stuff like those shields. What does that cost?
For spars.
One for spugs.
What does it cost?
10k.
10k. That's all I bought. Well, that's all we got for me.
Oh, we only have one?
Yes. You found
Yes.
everyone.
So we only managed to get one. There's no
Yes.
Okay, then I don't really need it. But I wouldn't like to take out 10k for supplies.
Pharmaceuticals?
No,
What
for spell
supplies?
supplies. Incense and sacrificial offerings.
Wait, what?
Spells,
What's going on?
Let me do my thing.
1,000.
So how many babies can you buy for 10k?
Save,
Oh my god.
Like 4 babies, I
God.
think, right?
savings again. Yes, 10,000.
So the link you've sent is the updated one or the not used one?
The updated one. I'm updating it as I sent it.
So can you pin it down
I don't care if you can.
from the Discord? Can I pin it? I don't think I can pin it.
I don't think I could pin it either. I tried.
Oh,
Okay, that's
Yeah.
weird.
yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yes. Anyways, shopping aside.
what now?
Where were we?
Yeah.
Yes. So
You basically ended up with Alexander showing you the navigator of the ship, which was that Naga creature
Eel?
stuck in a tank.
in ethical concerns, yes.
Yes. Stuck
And
in
then-
ethical concerns.
And then I think we talked about maybe training sessions. And Bobby could help Lance.
I think those training sessions were for if I don't make it past Alexandru's judgment call, but I think we made it past, so I don't think we need a training montage. If I remember correctly.
I think training montage was also an offer if you choose to like stay on lunchtime for a while, if you want to buy stuff, build stuff, change
Okay.
stuff. Like I basically told you, like you don't need to leave immediately. Nobody is Elon is the only one who's in a rush
Mm-hmm.
because he's getting jittery. But aside from that, you're not really in a rush.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Alexander's not telling you like, yeah, go there tomorrow. He's more like, if you need anything to increase the chance of your success by 1%, go for it.
Please do it. Yeah. I don't know what I would purchase.
Yeah, ship stuff. We can't do anything to the ship. This is basically what we get.
No, you can tell him Alexander wouldn't like your ship. Take it all apart. Build a new one.
Can Dalu ask Lance what Lance's plan is with the ship? Like, is there,
I mean, the faster drive's always priority numero uno, I think. But I reckon that would require a couple of other changes as well. Make it work for the power requirements and the space requirements, and I'd have to think about it in detail. But we could give him a plan to be done while we're off, maybe. If there are even any drives like that he sells. I don't know. I mean, we have the money at the moment, that's not the issue. But does issue hurt your
Damn
ears?
issue, yes.
It does. I have issues with your issue.
I know, I also had issues when I watched The Crown and heard that pronunciation.
It's kind of sus, a little cringe.
Well, I hope you won't
Come
have
on.
any issues with rocks falling and everybody dying.
It sounds like snakes.
Issues.
Snakes.
That, I mean, it's from the queen, so it applies.
I
Yeah.
know. Well, I think if there's nothing else, we should just go and try our luck at it.
I mean, out of character, I can put together a package for a potential upgrade that we might.
All right,
wanna
we're
do.
not doing this during a session, okay?
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. I'm not doing it. I would like give it in order while we're gone. Okay, good.
Okay, so we're doing that.
Maybe
Maybe.
if we find something we agree on.
All right. So, also Alexander will give you like notes on the people who traveled with Astrid, so her crew, so the one who disappeared 10 years ago. You can find those notes in Notes and Records, Jeopardy crew. I didn't put any notes for Lance's mom because, well, you know, I don't know, it's more for Lance to tell. Yeah, those are like short notes for how they look like and what they did. Yeah. Anyway, are you prepared to depart?
Yep.
This will be.
Sounds good.
Right. So, Pathfinder. Let's see. Pathfinder has a crew of 6. So there's 5 of you, and an empty spot, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just confirming.
We could.
Do we
take,
want another person?
Bring
We could
that
take
tougher.
Watanabe or cut off. Man the cannons.
I mean,
If speed is like priority and the engines are priority, wouldn't we want another engineer to potentially help Bobby out? Yeah.
you can
Yeah,
also
bring
take
Alsk.
Alsk. I mean, do they want to? I mean, Alsk doesn't get a choice, huh?
They do. They do
But-
what I tell. Well, yeah. Wait. Yeah, Watanabe is no longer a henchman. But he does have a +1. I think he's like upgraded.
Watanabe is a +2 now.
He's a +2. Sorry. Yeah. So maybe let's
But that
take
would be-
Watanabe. You know, and we'll say to Alsk, if none of us survive, you get the ship. Wait. Sorry. Kaltofa gets the ship.
But I'm fine with that. But Watanabe can't use that +2 for anything other than comms, right?
Yeah, he's only
Yes.
only his programming is +2.
Wait, how many weapons do we have? Only one weapon on the ship, right? And
Yes.
Yes,
that's manned
but-
by Dalu.
That would make sense. So a comms officer isn't a bad idea to have along
yeah.
for the ride.
Sure.
So because he's not much worse than you now, you just have 3d6 instead of 2d6. But I mean, that's a lot better still. But
Doesn't Al have +3 programming?
I think I'm +3 actually.
yes, +3. Oh, sorry, I
Do
thought
you
you were
have
still
intelligence
+3.
modifier?
No, me dumb.
Oh, 3d6 and
Zero.
+3 is
0.
quite good.
Average.
The max.
Just heads up, Watanabe will request what's it called? Hazard pay
Extra premium.
for this. Yeah.
Sure. Well, how much hazard pay does he want?
Yes, no fucking idea how much to ask if you're explaining what you're about to do.
I'll kind of negotiate with him just to.
Let's see.
His normal pay is what? It's 200 credits, right?
No. You're not making that much. You're cheapskates.
I think we also did
Oh,
a contest, and that's
We
why he's
also had a
being paid
contest,
less.
but yeah, with the
Then he should be
massages.
paid, the poor guy.
No,
Right.
he gets paid, but he does massages, I think.
He was asking for like I think 100 credits a day, and you agreed upon 50 credits a day.
This
Alright.
poor guy. Okay.
So
Sure.
I don't know.
about we hazard pay double the amount of money he gets per day.
How much will he ask for? Let's start with that.
That's what I'm thinking about.
If it's higher than 100, we offer 100.
First one to say a price loses, so let him say it first.
I mean, he's the one who wants it.
Did he ask? If he didn't ask, he's not getting a raise. I mean, come on.
No, he's asking. That's why Dan is saying he wants hazard.
That's
pay.
also so true in just like real life situation
Yeah.
where companies just like, what's your salary expectation? Like that's the first question they ask.
Mm.
$1 billion.
And they have all the numbers, and you don't have any number.
Any, yeah.
Let's say.
How many?
Yeah, let's say he asks for double and like 1,000 credits bonus after completion.
Oh,
The 1,000 credit bonus is if your
make
performance evaluation will be
Guys, you have 1,000,000 credits. Like, instead of being not dicks, you're behaving the same way people you're pissed at are behaving.
This
Am I still
is
getting my massage?
how the turntables.
you
the massage.
you
Like,
see how fast
This
imaginary
is
money
why
corrupts.
the humanity is fucked. Power corrupts. Like the moment you get the chance to screw up an imaginary person, you screw up an imaginary person.
Again, you want to double like 100 and 1,000 at the end. Sure. Yeah. Fine.
Alright. So the crew of Dick Gobblers is prepared to depart.
How many days have passed since we've been here and we're like
2
getting ready
days.
to go now? 2 days.
Today's
So
12th,
news, by the way?
14th,
13th.
it's regaining HP.
13th.
Any news, Dan? By the way,
Technically tomorrow.
Different
okay, let's
question,
stay for
Dan.
the news tomorrow.
This is a weekly newsletter. Okay. The one last question. Somebody wanted to maybe shift around attribute points. I know this was talked about. I think it was Bobby, but I'm not sure.
What? This is possible?
Yes, this is possible.
You can't shift,
Could
you
sh-
can improve. Oh, you're
I
talking
can
about
sh-
spells.
With your
I have a
spell.
I have a spell that can shift
Oh,
around
never mind.
attribute points as a change.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, what does that- Wait, what does
Hello?
that mean? Because that could be super powerful.
Hands. He's got hand
I'll
in the air.
post it.
Please give intelligence.
It's a spell?
Intelligentsia.
Yeah, that's formatting probably. Part 1. Part 2.
As soon.
By the way, can Winnel on like yesterday, one of the days we've been here, can I get a healing spell to give me the little extra for max HP?
It.
Is that possible?
I can heal you. I don't know what that's gonna do for your max HP, but
No,
I'll heal
just
you.
to get me to max. That's all.
Yeah.
Only strength, dex, calm,
That's-
charisma.
Charisma.
No intelligence or wisdom. Okay, no brain
okay,
modification.
Okay.
Yes, give me. I would like.
Oh,
Wait, I need
okay. I
to look at my
didn't.
stats. I still need to look at my stats. Dex is still a
I
nice
can-
stat.
Yeah. Like if I shift 4 points, I could get Constitution up to 18. But what am I gonna? what
Shut
am I
up,
gonna-
Miles! You're not getting
Ridiculous.
modified. Not for you.
It's oh, I would have to go. No, my rolls are so sad. The only place where I have a place where I can really shift is int and wisdom, and those can't be shifted.
Can't
So
Don't you have charisma?
He's a
to
rectifier,
dump?
not a psychiatrist.
what?
Don't you have charisma to dump? Or strength?
I mean, they're already at 8, so there's not a lot of space to go down.
8 is a 0. Sorry.
You don't need
It's
constitution to fly a ship.
I need it for my fucking telekinesis and teleportation.
And flaring up.
No, I think I'm good. Fuck it. I have 46. It'll be okay. What +1 is? The +1 is not
Famous last
valuable.
words.
It will be a hoot!
I mean, I'd have to get. I would need to get to a 14, right?
14 is a
Yes.
+1. Yes.
Yes. Look, I'm not saying that I'm supporting your bad decisions, but I am encouraging them.
I would need what?
To be honest, I probably rolled.
I would.
pretty
I
good.
would need 5 points to get to a 14.
5 points. Damn.
Yeah, boy.
As long as
Boss.
your crew can get you out of bed and put you into a pilot seat, you're
Yeah.
good. Actually, is there
And
like
what's a +2 then?
a lowest
18?
for...
+2 is 18.
I'm just not gonna make this complicated. I'm not doing
How
it.
does
fuck
Bobby
it.
have +3 then?
Because he has
There's a
he took a
focus.
focus.
That only experts can take.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, you can't
Yeah,
go
but he
below
also
three.
has like -10 constitution or something. He can be healed like 3 times, I think.
He has a 3 in con, yeah.
Damn.
I think that was the idea to get that up.
But yeah, Miles would like to wait for tomorrow to hear the news and then go.
Okay. By the way, does the spell require concentration or focus?
Nope.
Okay.
It's a change. But I would only learn it. I would need 2 weeks to learn it.
Oh.
No, fuck that shit.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Because I thought we had like plenty of time and
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
We
have
do,
plenty.
but I don't want
Yeah.
it.
I think Bobby wanted it, but I don't remember why.
To get rid of his -2 in Constitution, just
Why
one more point
does
and
it
you can
say
do.
that a use of the spell counts as a change if you can have only one spell? Can it be more than one change?
Yeah, for me, I have a total of changes I can support.
Yeah, but like, how do you use more than one change on the spell?
For 3
No,
different
I
people?
think it's. I just understand it. It's +1 total change to me, and only one change, one spell for each person.
Yeah, they
So
can
if
only
everybody
be
gets
under
it-
this spell.
Oh,
once.
okay. Yeah, I see. Okay, so you can cast it many times just on their own.
Yeah, just on
Once on one
once
person.
per person.
And why would you cast it more than once on the... Okay, anyway. News. Right. Yeah, so you get your monthly digest or whatever it's called. Right. What's... You are... Where are you? You're here. Right. So actually, like, you get a bunch of like investment news from Mannheim, so where you are, where like a bunch of corporations are heavily investing in Akka. Then you get a report from Orella. So the fleet of Akoi is still chilling in orbit, but there are missionaries going around, like trying to chill people the fuck down. Or Miles, you know what they're doing. And long
Shut
story,
him the fuck down.
yeah. Long story short, they talked down basically like the last military unit of Royal Garment, their like tank formation, to just like pack up and leave and just go home. So just like they left. They're like, we're no longer, we're deserting. Fuck it, we're not doing this anymore. And some like, if you remember, like last month, Arella was trying to prop up their forces by hiring, not last time, like even earlier, by hiring mercenaries. Yeah. So a bunch of like a lot of those mercenaries, whenever they were like off duty, like going to bars and so on, got like basically like shanked in dark alleys. And like some of them died, some of them got hurt, some of them said fuck this shit and left. And most of the people who did this, or like basically criminals, were found dead later.
The guys who shanked the mercenaries were found dead.
Yes.
Okay.
You also remember that Aurela government started a program where they were paying big money for any information pertaining to the rebels, like who's responsible, where they live, and so on. A couple of people who gave that information got assassinated, or mugged, or whatever. Again, found dead.
Did they get the money though?
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be very useful in the afterlife.
So, to be fair, you're not sure if, like, Aurela government is mopping up things, or if Okoye is doing his own stuff, like sending, I don't know, undead to do the dirty job for him, but that's what's happening. Because like the military confrontation has mostly ceased. Again, like too many people dead, so nobody kind of wants to be hired or anything. The rebels are currently, or like not rebels, like started a kind of like a party or a union, you could say, which is now systematically beginning to record and investigate corruption and crimes amongst the Aurela government and publicizing it. So like they can't persecute those people really, because government's like, no, that's a lie, that's not happening. But they're still affecting the mind of the citizens, and the public opinion about Aurela government is rapidly deteriorating. Between like the missionaries and all these murders and
would one think that perhaps Okoya is just there to grab to grab control once the government is dispersed, because that government sucked and now he has basically his own land to rule? Can he can a
make
Baron
me
do that?
skill check. Make me a lead skill check.
With charisma?
Sure.
12?
Yeah,
That's average for me.
You don't think that Okoye will be able to like declare himself the, I don't know, president of Aurela? That would be way too much of a shift from, you know, like a year ago they hated all vampires. But like knowing what you know, you're pretty sure he is setting up. What is that guy's name? The guy who got your ship?
Elijah.
Yeah, Elijah. He's most likely setting up Elijah and some other people to become the new government. And most likely Okoye will be more than satisfied to, you know, like control it from the shadows and tell them what to do. And
so a puppet government.
Maybe in another 20 years, the younger generation will be used to vampires and so on, and then Okoye could try to do something. But like, he has no reason to rush. It is not in Red Order's
territory.
Or not territory, but more like
interest.
Not even interest, but it's more like they don't mind waiting. They don't mind playing the long game. They are not worried about like in 20 years I'm gonna be old and decrepit. What else is happening?
Any moves towards Akka with that newly found region? Their defenses, they were arming up.
Right. Yeah, Akka, right. I'm pretty sure this means slightly different than what it sounds. How to describe this?
Akka has fallen. Like not fallen, but literally just fell because it's an island in the skies.
It's more like they obtained party machines, but it's not party. It's more like political party.
Oh, okay.
But you could say that Akka has basically like made access to their territory slightly stricter. Like they
Restricting the access visas. So.
yeah. And this is like in huge, not huge.
Contradictory
Yeah,
move.
it is in opposition to the investments that Horizon is currently doing into Arkham. Because as you remember, Horizon is mostly an economical powerhouse. So like nobody's gonna like take a fleet and go to Arkham. A, it's not gonna work. B, it's gonna be the last thing they do. Like if Arca doesn't fuck it up, if the Dukes, if the fucking Archdukes of Arca don't fuck them up, like everybody else is gonna fuck them up. The Academy is gonna fuck them up. Now buying stuff is different. And Academy is doing whatever Academy does. Nobody knows.
No, that's the most fucking interesting thing. Any more of those weird ass events in the Sun territory? Forgot their name.
Not really, no. It's actually been quiet. Like no disappearances, no assassinations, no kidnappings. That part is actually quiet. Yeah.
Okay, well that's the news. Let's go to the plane of Aether.
Enough either.
Astral plane, you mean?
Yeah, that one. I was listening.
Yes.
Yeah. So you meet up like with Alexander once more, and Nova, who's like kind of there to help you and advise you and coach you on what you might find out over there. And Alexander like basically goes, "Well, are you ready for your trip?"
Ready as we will ever be.
That is a questionable statement. You could prepare a lot harder, but if you are certain, we could begin.
Let's begin then, shall we?
Very well. Here, the keys to the ship.
Right. So, any
Okay.
last tips you have for us before we venture off? And
Yes, have you written your wills?
Kartoffel gets the ship, which means also debt.
You don't have any debt.
Debt?
No, I'm kidding. No.
All money goes to what now be? Plot twist.
Yeah,
No, time's gone with us. Yeah. So it's either Alsgur or
Oh, of course.
Kartoffel. That's basically it.
Yeah.
I mean, he might make it back, you know? Who knows? Without us.
It's a bit ominous.
But I'm like, oh no, they all died. What a shame. What a shame.
Okay. I'm gonna give a little nod to. Oh, I will. Before I go on to the ship. He's not coming. Yeah, he's not coming. Give some gratitude to him for what he gave, what the materials and everything he gave for this weird like ether stuff that doesn't quite understand. Maybe shake his hand and just say, well, you know, we're doing this for you. I'm gonna go familiarize myself with the ship, I suppose.
Oh, that is not problem. No problem at all. Everything for my weird doppelganger brother. If I could ask you for a favor, perhaps you would want to record your feelings, senses, sensations as you traverse the planes. The ether in your body could react curiously to the plane shifting.
Okay. Yeah. I can do that.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Do you know how? Is there like a time frame that this could take? Actually, I never thought about this.
Oh, this could take anywhere from 30 minutes to, well, 60 minutes, I suppose, to 120 days, after which you will have no more supplies and you will die.
Oh, okay.
Well, plus minus 1 week until you dehydrate.
Good to know. Or stocked. All right. Well, I'm gonna familiarize myself with the ship. I'll do that. I'll keep an eye on how the feelings are, and then I'll go to the comms and stuff. Such get ready with everybody.
I go on the ship, and I guess like we were getting ready to fly, right? I assume that we have like a pen and paper here on the ship. That I can use.
No pen
No?
and paper, only digital.
No digital.
Yes, you have pen and paper.
Yeah. Okay. So I write like on a paper just do you understand this? Do you understand this? And nods or shake, whatever. And then I go up to the engine in the meanwhile in a sneaky fashion way and present it to the Naga there. Just to see if like communication is something that we might do through paper. Dear Naga.
The creature observes you and the piece of paper you're sticking across the glass, gazes at you, those human eyes, slightly nods.
So flip the paper, looking forward to working with you together. And a heart. And I'll leave. That's it for now.
Gaze in your direction before you leave. It gazes at you as you leave.
Okay.
You notice one more time that there is no like press this button to eject the creature.
Yeah.
Literally, like, well, not
So-
literally, but it's more like a black box.
Okay.
Oh, you explore the ship one more time. I mean, you have been doing that, I assume, for some time with Alexander's help. He may like explaining things to you, going over stuff, at least whatever he can explain to you in short time period that you have. I mean, controls for the purpose of piloting are basically the same. You can't really come up with, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. So for Lance, it will be more about getting used to the ship's new, like size, dimensions, speed, turn rate, and so on. And it is lighter and faster than Pathfinder by quite a bit, actually. So would be strange. Yeah, so you come aboard and I assume depart, yes?
Yes.
Yes. Alright. So you take your stations, Lance, you basically like ignite the drive, you get response from Bobby from engineering that everything is operating nominally, and you're fine to launch. You like see through those like very tiny windows that you have, that the top of the dome hangar in which the ship is located like opens up like an iris basically, and you have sky to depart. But you do also have a flight program from Alexandru, which is like very government approved and will take you through a very specific flight corridor above Mannheim and out to a place where you will be able to like continue onwards. Because
Let's follow those, I guess. Probably not much piloting to be done in the beginning, so just following that route.
do make me like a generic pilot check just to see how like quickly, how easy it is for you to. I mean, this is the first time you're flying the ship, at least physically. You assume the simulations you ran were based a lot on the specifications of Pathfinder, not on
Fable.
anything else. Yeah, and that might have also explained, why you're being terrible at this. But to be fair, 9 is a very good roll. Like, actually, 9 is a very good roll.
Yeah, it's just not for me, but in
just not
general,
for
it's
you.
a good roll.
For me, it's awesome. Yeah.
9. Yeah, like that's like a challenge to a competent professional.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You fly over Mannheim. The flight course like takes you very quickly away from any of the actual cities, and make sure you don't fly through like any of the cities above the cities. And because like it seems that you are mostly forced to fly over like water and forests or parks. Like if people plant a forest, is it a forest or is it a park? I guess it's still a forest. Most likely just so that if you blow up you don't hurt anybody, and people don't like when skyships fly above their heads, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the ship is very fast, so it takes you like barely like 40 minutes at a relatively low cruise speed to get from one of the central cities, actually the central city, and towards the edge of the island. And thereafter, like you basically like, pass a certain border, you're in free sky. You can fly wherever you want.
Well, guess it's time to find out where we're going to go. Or not. So I would like help from anyone who will be able to potentially help me on our first calibration jump.
I think Bobby can.
You do need necessarily to like fly to the edge of the system first, because it's just gonna make your stuff a lot easier.
Oh, it does have that requirement. Oh, okay, that's with the ship still 2 days probably, or 1 day?
With the ship it's gonna take you half a day.
Half a day.
I mean,
What is it?
Fable takes a day.
4?
It's Dreadfall, yes.
Half a day.
So would you still like help on the jump?
When we're at the edge of the system, definitely. I think we'll need all we can get to. You know, I'm not particularly looking forward to the plane of air, the plane of fire, or something like it. So, might want to take our
any
preparations.
plane you're looking forward to?
The material plane, yes.
Hmm.
I don't think that'll be too much of a hassle.
Actually, what's his name?
Alexander
like told you that technically, like material plane and outer planes are sufficiently far away from inner planes that the engine is calibrated that you shouldn't end up there.
Okay.
Because, you know, ending up in like 9 hells would be really, 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 really bad.
It'd be a bad time.
And to be
yeah.
fair, even ending in any of the positive planes would also not be happy. But he doesn't seem like somebody of your skill can make that error.
We'll find out.
4 ones. Let's go.
4 ones. Let's see it. This would be fucking nice.
Yeah.
Rolling a 5.
You like unfurl your sails as you leave Mannheim. You put the pedal to the metal. Ship accelerates to its maximum speed, and in half a day you are already like feeling basically like on the sensors the arcane grasp of not even just Mannheim but the whole Hesse system weakening until basically like you get into the green for your ship to be capable to transfer without interference, because you don't want to take any additional risks of your ship getting dragged somewhere else. It's better to follow the rules. Yeah, you can set down to comfortable cruising speed on the edge, or you can even stop. The ship doesn't need to be moving in order to play.
Yeah, we will be stopping.
Comes to stop, floating, observing. I mean, not
And
observing
then I will-
much, not many windows here.
I think just in preparation, I am definitely, putting our vac suit spell on everyone.
Oh,
Right.
that's a good idea.
Never know what kind of atmosphere we're gonna be.
What does your spell do? Or what for who does it apply to all of us?
All yes. So let's me.
Okay,
post.
because I think I would have. I mean, I would have done it yesterday, I guess. But if I can also do today, put the other spell on where we don't need to breathe and eat and
Nice.
stuff, and can survive an environment. I probably have to recast it if it's whatever really hot or something. But
Yeah, I mean, you can.
We
like-
should should take care of the environment. My spell. Plus or minus
Yeah,
100
let's say,
degree, automatically pressure these thin atmospheres for breathability, filter particulates or airborne toxins. So I think we should be more or less fine for a lot of situations.
Alright.
Even hard vacuums.
I hate
That's
these
cool.
spells.
It's a level 1 spell.
I do love how like every such system has spells where like, so we're gonna come up with rules for the uniqueness of a certain place or a system like space, and then we're gonna give you stuff that just gets rid of it.
Yeah, I mean you can also just buy a vac suit and you're in the same
Yeah, but
station.
vac
They're not.
suits
They
can
don't
be
cost
torn.
much. Yeah. But this is the only advantage over the vac suit, apart from not costing money.
Being powerful has its perks.
Huh?
Yes, definitely casting down to my armor. I don't think I need in here at the moment, but who knows who will get invaded by. And then yes, I will tell everyone to get on their positions to be immediately ready wherever we might land. Since I don't suspect this form of travel will have 3 to 6 or 2 days that we spend in transit done, huh? Probably.
We'll have to find out.
We'll have to find out, but I don't suspect it will, so everyone should be in position. And yes, how can you guys help me? Who feeds me the cocaine?
I think so. The cocaine. I think Bobby can help you. I think he has pilot. I don't know how he would do
0,
that.
0, but he has a +3 because he's intelligent.
That's
Oh,
I
pretty
could
good.
Bobby to help
maybe help with programming.
Right.
I think you'll have to convince Stan how you help.
Yeah, putting it out there, I do have ideas for what we might be able to do for the places you're going to, but most of it is still gonna be like, here's a challenge. If you come up with a creative way your skills can help, I'm gonna let you roll for it. So be creative, use what the ship has, use what you have. You can always they'll just let Lance roll for his fucking piloting and do everything, but
Right. So other than what makes the jump from the plane of air to the astral plane is not the drive itself, right? It's the Naga.
it's a combination.
Am I correct? It's a combination of both? Okay.
Naga is part of the Etheric drive.
Okay. I'll come up to the Naga, and I mean that's probably going to be my position. Let's be honest. Like I can talk to the engine. That's fucking great. I'll write maybe. Are you comfortable in there? I
No.
can basically only ask yes or no questions.
She says no. What do you do?
I don't know. We'll see. I'm winging it.
So okay, sure, you're right. Are you comfortable in there? It looks at you and just stares at you because it doesn't have any pen and paper. It can't speak to you. So
No, but it can nod or shake. That's basically. No, I also write down like nod or shake. It's a yes or no questions. I'm only asking yes or no. Damn, I didn't want any communications. Shit.
just kind of like leans its head to the side, like it's not a yes or a no answer.
All right. I'm gonna notify it that we're going to try and jump with the astral plane in mind. Like I'm just writing this down. We're going to try and jump to the astral plane. I'm basically just talking to the engine. That's basically what I'm doing currently. And I don't know if this helps, but that's what I'm doing. Sorry, that's what Smile's doing. It's fine if it doesn't help. That's just basically, I think that's what he thinks it would do.
Sure, give me a lead. Okay.
15?
15.
All right, and Bobby is. You want Bobby to help you pilot, yes?
Yes.
Gonna run some of his creations. Yeah, that's definitely not helping.
Mm-mm.
Could I have a go?
Yeah, what do you think?
Essentially, I was mainly instead of interacting with the engine and so on, more kind of like TV show, like CSI Miami unnecessary hacking scene, and I'm trying to overclock or assist any computational power that's being used to like find the route in front of the ship. Like we're trying to, in these winds, you're trying to traverse, right? You're trying to find a route.
Yeah.
So I'm basically trying to expand that like FOV computationally.
He's overclocking the GPU.
I'm overclocking the hardware, and I'm doing the algorithms manually too to help like with it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, roll me program with intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
12.
Not bad. Alright. Winnow, are you gonna give me
what?
some bullshit reason you're using a medbay to help somebody?
Did you bring the bunnies?
Sure. What do you think? I'm not gonna do anything. I was gonna give him the speedball, but then
Feed
it
them to
said
the
something
Naga.
like it's disorienting and the target can't focus. So I'm not gonna do that. But I don't know if it's gonna help. But I'm gonna give him some senses.
Okay.
Mainly, I think I can use 4 now. So I don't know if these are gonna help at all.
Alright.
I think he already has detect magic.
Yeah, he probably has. But I was gonna cast it on everyone, but fuck it for now.
Technically, his detect magic is different from this. I think.
Yeah. But maybe the vibration sense helps him to get a feel for the ship or something. Yeah, I also had another idea, but I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna set up like a monitor where he can see his heart rate and his his vitals, and he gets like visual feedback. You know, when you can see that your heart rate goes up and you're breathing, and then you get like cues, breathe in, out, and stuff like that, and then your stuff normalizes. It actually works.
Okay.
So
Okay.
That's fucking pressuring.
I'm gonna take that into account because I don't think you need to roll for this. You can't really fail at setting it up. Okay, Lens. Do you feel like any of this is helping?
No, I mean, maybe Dalu's stuff might. The other part, I don't know. I don't know how perceptive Lance is in regarding to his own like bodily experience when he's flying, but maybe this will help. I'm not sure. I'm not sure he's like the person who's ever thought about this sort of thing, so it might be a good new input, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, how about
I
you
think I
roll
don't-
me your pilot skill check?
No modifiers, yes.
I'm not telling you. I'm just.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's
changing
why I'm
numbers in my
rolling
head,
without.
yeah.
Oh, double six.
Oh, let's go. Double sixes.
Wow.
13% it was.
Nice.
all the papers are torn up.
Dan is just fucking. You see all this? Fucking.
Is it one jump? Are we done?
We did it. You did the
We
thing.
win.
You did the thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, we win.
GG, well played.
Nah.
I also
Why do
don't
you have
think so.
four rolls? You're cheating.
What the hell? I don't.
This is 2 levels in specialist, 2 foci levels.
It's
It's
cheating.
46 instead of
Wow.
26.
3636. Damn. And I don't know if you get like a +1 from that, but 16, that's fucking great.
It might be.
Dan, do you need a break? Because I think if you want a break. Wait, you're muted. You're muted.
25 encounters.
Well, wait,
Wow.
we have to go back as well, don't we? Or something?
Correct. Good idea.
Oh yeah, it's okay. We'll fail on the way home. We'll give you that one.
I mean, does it matter when we get there?
We'll give it to you.
Down in the engineering bay, you miles are continuing to like write stupid inspirational quotes for the Nag and like sticking them at
The glass.
the glass. Like it's watching you, and it's very hard to say if it's like enjoying your company or not. But at one point, you can like see its tail kind of like beckoning you towards it. You like kind of like come closer to the glass, and then it rushes towards you, like bashes into the glass, forcing you to like flinch and take a couple steps backwards. And that's when you feel the ship warp into itself. Similar in feeling to how you feel whenever Lance teleports, but accompanied by your head just going dizzy and like blackness in your eyes and blotches of colors, pools of colors being kind of like appearing in your vision. You grab to the wall as your vision slowly clears. And according to the comms, your ship is no longer where it was previously.
As intended.
Is everyone okay?
We move.
Well, no travel time it seems. But is there anything visible? What do the radars pick up?
I'll do a scan.
How does the Naga look now? Does it still like just on near the glass, staring at me intensely?
You miles down below see the creature kinda relax and call like not quite like ragdoll basically.
Well, what? What was the
Ragdoll.
word before basically? Ragdoll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ragdoll. And just float kind of there in this pool.
Is he conscious?
It is conscious, but its eyes are kind of half closed, and it seems to be recuperating. You glance through the windows ahead of you, and you see endless, sprawling, green, purple, blue clouds, nebulas, just like kids were playing with cotton candy and painting it all colors of rainbow and then just throwing everywhere around. You see distant lights, big and small, again of all spectrum of colors. And there's vast emptiness around you. It is colorful, it is mysterious, but it is empty. You see no land, no other ships.
I think we call that a first try success, guys. I'm not sure, but it looks like the descriptions.
You get a response from Bobby, from engineering, that the drive is kind of cooling down, and if you want to jump again, you need to pull it up again, which is going to take time. You all also feel kind of floating. And
In the
you
ship?
all notice that, like, if you made any like steps or if you were sitting, then your feet are not really touching the ground. Dalu? Actually, no, nothing.
No, it's the same.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're
Yeah, I think-
floating in on our ship. Floating around on our ship.
Kind of.
Alright,
I'll-
cool.
I'll post a thank you note and leave it there and go to the bridge.
I think we can
Have a look.
wait for the ship to reset a bit, but honestly, we should just scan for whatever portal or something like it where we can hold the Aether collector into, and then we will be spending some time there, I think, is how it was planned.
Indeed. Dalu, could you please run some scans?
Yeah, I will do, Captain. Yeah, can I do like a
No,
general
sorry.
scan?
Watanabe.
Watanabe.
I guess you could, yeah. If I could do like a general scan for places, islands, objects, creatures, ships,
Gas clouds.
gas clouds, sure.
Yeah, you can try.
And
So,
can
Watanabe's gonna
Watanabe
try,
with-
yeah.
He's gonna sit beside me and give me aid.
That's just a +2. God damn it. Ability.
I think you also get something from your ship sensors.
Yes.
The
But I mean,
skills say-
you obviously checked what they do, so you know this.
Survey sensor array.
Oh my
Improves
God.
Okay, what now?
For some reason,
planetary-
it's only a +1, not a +2. So that's actually a 14. Why are we rolling? So good.
Pretty good. Okay, so I get +1, I imagine. So I have +3. Okay.
survey. There.
Okay. It's not terrible. It's pretty good. 206.
The survey sensor array improves planetary sensory array.
Any rolls with the survey sensor array add +2 to skill
Yep.
checks.
Mm-hmm. I guess that doesn't add to Watanabe's roll, but yeah. Did you also roll double 6? Oh no, you're just
No,
good. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Alright. 13, right? Okay. Wait, why did you both of you roll again?
Watanabe was trying to help.
Oh, and I was trying to help. Also, yeah, he should have +2 for.
Yeah, but his character sheet says +1 on skill for some reason.
Can't you change it?
I don't have the pencil icon. Oh wait, do I? Wait, maybe it's the cog wheel.
And if you can't change Watanabe, you wouldn't be able to control him. Alright, and you're scanning for like anything out of that is not, well, for anything basically, I guess, is the word. Correct?
Objects, creatures, gas clouds.
Teleportation or planar gates or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know, ships, though probably not expecting a ship.
With a 14, you can like send the ping, let's put it, outwards away from your ship and wait for a response. You don't get any strong responses. You get a feeling that things are actually really far away, even if they don't look like they're far away. But from one direction, you get a very light, like scatterback, like there's something solid. And more importantly, you catch a very, very faint beacon signal.
It
what?
Beacon,
beacon
signal.
A signal of a
Okay.
beacon. Like,
Right. Like a distress beacon, that type of thing?
not necessarily distress beacon, but like basically another ship's ID transmission.
Okay. If there's a transmission, can I get details from it instead of just knowing that there's something calling?
Is it just a beeping signal of like SOS? Is it someone like, hey, like a recording that goes on itself again and again? What is
or
it like?
Or if it at least has the ID you mentioned, if it like just says.
It doesn't seem to be transmitting anything. It's just an open channel.
Oh, it's an open. Okay, well, can I? If I notice that, I'll relay all of this information, and then I'll say, yeah, Miles, there's an open channel. I suppose we could just speak to whoever's on the other side of this channel.
You can't. It's an open outgoing channel. So in theory, if they send anything, you will catch that, but you can't send anything.
But it's there. It's like, and you know where it comes from, right?
Approximately.
Okay.
So we have the beacon and we have a solid thing, you said, further away? Let's go to the beacon first.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll tell Lance to set a course there. He then Tokyo drifts into there.
Okay, so right, you reorient the ship in the direction of the beacon and open up the grates, allowing the ship to begin sucking in the mysterious substance that fills and creates this material plane. The process of gathering Aether has begun, though it will take days for you to supposedly collect and gather enough to be worth a single load of Aether, a single load of Aether.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you also gather together, you also notice one peculiar thing happening. You don't necessarily walk. You
Moonwalk.
You can, by trial of like testing and error, and Moses Roboving being a very smart guy, figure out that here it is less about ordering your legs to move and more about imagining yourself moving, which allows you to propel yourself without touching the ship. You also notice that those of you who have better imagination, aka high intelligence score, are better at moving than those who don't. In other words, your movement speed here is equal to your intelligence score, which for Bobby is 18, or whatever.
Oh, that's actually awesome.
Yeah, so his movement speed is not 10 meters, it's 18 meters. One more thing you notice is that the four of you, well, 5 of you, including Watanabe, are just you. But Dalu, as he's walking around, has this silver twisted tether, translucent string, very similar to the one that you saw when he was a ball, sticking out of his back, looping, like Möbius type on itself, and going back into himself. And as he's going around, it's kind of like, like rope in water. But that's it. And Dal is the only one who has it.
Okay.
Cutscene.
Can I see it as well? I imagine.
If you pretend to be a dog chasing its tail, then yes.
Okay. Right.
Cutscene. We see a massive creature rushing through the pink clouds, being chased by 3 wooden sail ships. The ships look simple, wooden, with sails and ballistas, and in some cases made of like 2 or 3 hulls connected together like a trimaran or catamaran, with tall, lanky creatures crawling over the ships, moving the sails, mounting the ballistas, shouting at each other. Shouting at each other in joy of the hunt, in joy of pursuit. As this giant creature, which, all intents and purposes, looks like giant squid with a curvy shell. No, not a creature. A link ship is trying to escape from them. You see as a creature passing by a floating rainbow-colored crystal. One tentacle shoots out, grabbing around this crystal as the creature does a 180 and continues drifting backwards, now facing the ships pursuing it. The tentacle curls, crushing the crystal, and hurls it at the ships behind it, at pursuers. The crystals fly through the space, the ships trying to evade, one dipping down, one going left, the other one being too big and too slow to navigate in time. The crystals carve through wood and sail and people as bodies are thrown overboard, start floating in the empty space, the ships continuing their chase. And that's where we're gonna take a break.
Excellent.
And we're back. Cutscene. Broken islands. Broken ships. Scattered. Some thrust into the islands by unimaginable force. Some just drifting. Some big, some small, some almost untouched. Some torn up by time and battle. Ships of all designs, of all materials, of different cultures. Empty, like a ghost town. Except for one figure, skulking, moving swiftly across the wreckage of a ship, jumping from one plank to the other. Hooded, robed. The figure stops, bends, picks up something. Reflection of light against metal. Figure looks around, as if imagining how the ship was looking when it was still manned by creatures. In the distance it hears and runs for cover. We're back on the Pathfinder as you've opened up the chutes and have taken in Aether, and your ship is beginning to churn and process, and you see the machinery begin to spark. You're slowly flying in the direction of that beacon that Dalu has picked up. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take you to get there, but then again, you need to spend at least a couple days here to get some Aether, you think. So it's not like you are in much of a rush.
Is the beacon not this site with the ships that we saw, or is it a different?
How do we
Which
know?
side?
It's a cutscene. It's not. It's a. You
Even
don't know about
even what we saw before,
Yeah, it's all
Like,
the cutscene.
we didn't see anything. Okay,
Of course
okay,
not.
okay,
Of course not.
okay. Gotcha.
It's a cutscene.
Well, we're just going at a casual or whatever pace, normal pace.
First off, let me just say, good job, Lance. Really, a phenomenal job. I had my doubts, little. Not gonna lie. You haven't been performing at your normal performance in the test. But
Yeah,
you
it was
have
a test.
outdone yourself. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, color me impressed.
He doesn't even know how it works. But anyway, good job.
Why do you sound so salty?
When do I not sound salty?
I mean, we could have been dumped into some lava instead if you would have preferred that, but, you know.
You seem unimpressed, though.
Maybe it came a little too easily this time in comparison to the training, so it doesn't feel earned. It just feels lucky. Yes.
luck can be impressive as well.
Suppose so. But I think my job is done in that case until we encounter some shit. Until we
Indeed.
find the portal, until we follow that distress or that beacon to its core. Don't know.
How are you feeling, Dalu? You don't quite look like yourself.
Looks like a dog. Let's just say it.
I have a little theory about what this. Well, I mean, I think. I'm almost 100% by how I feel, and then this strange thing on my back that I'm in the same form that I was when I was dead. So, as was told to you guys, this is where I would go when I'm dead, I guess. So I'm sort of not really. I'm like fake dead at the moment. Though I don't know about if that's true. I wonder, are you guys in a similar boat? Or there's some strange body that you're in now. It's not the same, especially how we move around here. You know.
I don't think we're in a similar boat. I think we're on the same boat.
Okay, we think. Okay, yeah,
Sorry
we are
about
on the
that.
same boat.
But I don't think so.
That actually,
Not
that might be
sure.
literally true, though. Maybe it is a similar boat because the boat is in the same thing as us, so it's not the same boat. So
Mm.
yeah,
I still think it's probably different. I'm not sure
Mhm.
how magics work or your spell works or the spell that you were originally designed to. Whatever. Don't quite
This is really
understand it.
weird.
don't know.
Can I
Any
scan
case-
you real quick just to make sure you're? I don't know what I'm
If
expecting.
you want, I mean, it might help. What
Does it
Alexandru asked
Yeah,
for.
he asked. Can you hold still the thing, or does it have to wobble?
The thread? What?
Yeah, the thread.
I'll like hold. I'll grab onto it like my own fucking leash.
Can you feel that? Is it part of you?
You can't grab it. You
Can't-
can't touch it. It's
Oh, I
intangible.
can't touch it. Okay, right. Just
Okay.
move my hand through it then.
Are there any interesting readings?
What are you using for this?
Bioscanner, or wait.
Detect magic.
I have a truth of flesh and bone. Deep analysis. Let's use that. That's better. Physical structure and stuff.
I mean, not
That be-
really, no. Like, Dal doesn't appear to be under any, like, injury, disease. Well, you don't know just his new implants.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
is that
okay.
is his current form like his? It says like I can perceive his original form. Is that his original form, or is it?
Yeah. I mean, that's the only form this body has had.
But now he has a tether.
What's wrong with that?
Okay.
Yeah, don't kink shame.
Okay, you're normal weird.
Anyway, I don't feel any difference, so It's all good for now.
Yeah, until somebody pulls on that tether again.
That's you can't touch it, so
No, we can't, but Lance, can you try to move
I
it?
don't see, no.
That'd be funny.
Sentient things as a rule don't work.
It's
Or telekinesis.
it's a rope.
Yeah, but it belongs to her. I mean, I will try and reach out with telekinetic powers, but I assume they will pass right through that object or not grab hold of it anyway, so...
I mean, you can't. Yeah, you can't tell.
Yeah.
You
No.
don't. You don't feel like your powers really like register it.
No, it doesn't. It's like it's not there. I
Yeah.
see it, but it's like it's not there.
Okay.
So, don't think any of us are going to change anything about this. But
So, is you mentioned Dan the machines down like where the engine room is,
Yes.
churning away, getting ether.
Well, not in the engine room. It's more like this part, which is your like fuel scoop. But
Yep.
yeah.
And like, what would the progress be for getting like a shitload of that?
Sorry, say again.
Going
My
back.
headphones disconnected. What would be what?
What's the progress on like if we were bringing a shitload of that back?
I don't understand the question.
I think he's asking like, how slowly are we charging while we are here?
Oh, let's see. You've been flying for like let's say an hour. You're about 1% charged.
100 hours. This
Or
reminds me of the old days of
or-
the internet.
or a place, or we hold the scoop into a portal, or close to a portal, and it'll probably fill up much quicker. But we'll need to scoop one first. I'm not sure. If I remember my stories correctly, then each one of these lights is technically a portal, but there's no way of telling how far away they are.
And
So,
is it the case
not
that
really easy.
Alexandru wanted like a shitload of this, like 100%
Yes, he wants to fill
Yes.
up.
full? Yeah. Okay.
Which direction is the beacon?
It's
That
in the
That way.
direction. Yeah, like
That way.
That away.
your comms.
Are we going that way?
Like
That way.
you technically do have a compass. It has no point of reference. It just.
The question is, are we going towards it or not?
You said you're going towards the beacon.
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's,
Okay.
Got a radar.
I never said it's a good beacon.
Let's
Yeah,
walk
that-
into the ship graveyard
Yeah.
trap. It's gonna be fine. We'll
Yeah,
find out.
because
I'm down for it. It's been fucking 10 years since ship combat. I want ship combat. So.
Yes.
It has been 10 years since ship combat. Yes. Right. So we continue flying in that direction.
Yes.
while we do that, can I?
Start
I was
learning
talking
new
to Dan.
spells.
Yeah, have I learned new spells
Yeah,
or
sure.
have I?
Sure.
Yeah,
The one we
'cause
talked
I
about.
spent-
Yes.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time meditating, and
Yes.
I'll go back and meditate a bit, and I'll get out my fancy fucking candles that cost like 2,500 credits, because I don't know how much candles are worth, but and I start a little divination, because I would like to know.
What would you like to know?
Some
It's-
alternative medication right there.
Yeah, I mean I hope it's specific enough, but I was wondering are we being pulled by towards our destination by an entity that's hostile to us? Because I get the feeling all roads are leading to where we're going, and I'm not sure where we're going is good for us.
That's not specific enough.
It sounded a little like, is there a story arc in which a DM which
No.
hates us is taking the support?
Okay.
Is a party wipe imminent? No.
Ask me a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity.
So solving Zdalu's puzzle
Hmm.
problem? I don't know.
Let him think.
Or just, is it dangerous to head towards the beacon? Or
But he's trying to get an answer for bigger questions.
is it a yes or no question that you have to ask, or
No,
can you
no, no,
get
no.
like?
I can't give a long answer, but it has to be specific because, frankly, I'm trying to predict what's gonna happen based on rolls and your choices, so I'd like some,
So maybe like what waits for us at the at that beacon, or
Yeah. Okay. Like, is there danger for us at the beacon? Let's stop with that.
Danger lurks everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, more than what the fuck? More than average.
You can do this once per day?
Can do it more often, but then he has to roll, and I might get a random raid. Plus, it's expensive
Okay.
and costs a spell slot.
Okay. So you like light up that incense, and you can like see that they're like you're literally burning credits. Candles are made of credits. No, not really. They're just like made, like actual beeswax sourced from ethically grown, like free range giant bees. And then there are like cinnamon in it and other spices, and maybe some herbs from those tabaxi folks on Yonina. Maybe like some herbs to help, like open your chakras, to communicate with higher forces. And to be fair, all of you have been kind of like, like the subconsciousness, like catching a glimpse of a dream or a thought, and like, what was I doing here? And you, Winnow, can like feel those whispers kind of connect in your head and join into a verse which whispers to you the following. I'm not gonna do the creepy voice because otherwise you will not understand what I'm saying, but imagine it is being said in a very like echoey, chorus-like voice, which goes, "At destination, dread you sought, but your hopes won't be for naught."
Damn, that rhymes.
Yeah, pretty good there, Dan.
He's very good at it.
I've literally written ballads for campaigns, so
And you've played a bard. Get it?
Yes.
Yes.
I figured out that taking out a guitar playing Wonderwall would be too generic for a bard. So I wrote a poem. Or two. Or three.
Okay, now the player Phil just has to understand what that means. I'll have to meditate on the meditation.
Yeah, go for it. Alright, yeah. Your ship continues. You fly, and like again, there's no really visual observation for you. You have a tiny window in the cockpit. You have two tiny windows in the, I don't know if I can call it a recreation area, but wherever you eat food. And you're gazing at those lights and clouds, and they don't move. There's no frame of scale anywhere. They are kind of like the clouds you see when you're navigating the plane of air, but there's even less movement because those clouds at least are being drawn by the wind, even if they're like giant clouds in the background. Here it's like a backdrop. It's like somebody has painted it and you're just floating. Just like sparkling of those lights in different colors, not coming closer, not going further. Your ship continues to like slowly tick percents whenever like an hour passes by. Which, to be fair, is going much faster than Nova has explained experiments by gathering either by teleporting around it. Usually works on prime material, so that's a success. I mean, 4 days for what might have taken Alexandru years to gather on prime material. Hey, that's a good plan. That's could be sold for a lot of money. And you still kind of locked onto this open, just like empty static channel, which is transmitting nothing, and a very, very faint backscatter of your Aether, basically like hitting some light sources of magic in the direction you are traveling. You don't really need to do much. There's literally nothing happening to your ship which could deflect it, of course. There's no drag.
Yeah, I think I'm sleeping at the steering wheel at the moment.
And actually, like, you're sitting and you're looking and just looking at those clouds in the distance, like mesmerizing, hypnotizing a little bit, just like the combination, the swirls of colors, that you kind of feel like if you don't want to fall asleep, you actually need to like close the shutters on those windows, like the blast shutters, and just like go blind because it's not giving you any information anyway. And for the rest of you, ship is brand new. There's nothing to clean, nothing to repair. You're not sure if you could repair much things. You are under the effect of the spells, so you don't even need to cook food. So you don't even have, like food to distract you from the boredom. You don't need to sleep, admittedly, if you go to, and it's a bit hard at first to go to sleep with like this. It's not even whispering, it's more like, when you're trying to go to sleep and you just like have those incessant thoughts in your head, which are not letting you fall asleep as you like kind of like falling asleep, but then you catch that thought and you start thinking about it and you're not falling asleep. But here you're catching yourself that, why did I have that thought in my head? It's not my thought. I've never thought about something like that. It's like even the characters in that thought are not somebody I knew. It's just like I caught a piece of somebody's story and it gets stuck in my head like a song. Floating around is fun. I mean, Bobby's cheating. He's like moving twice as fast as most of you are, but hey, he always does. He usually does that anyway. Yeah. Anything else you might wanna do as you're just flying?
I'll go and check on the Naga like every once in a while, see if it's not a ragdoll anymore.
It's not a ragdoll anymore. It like is in control of its body again and is like chilling. Sometimes like calling up. Sometimes just like making like letters 8 in the tank. Sometimes just like chilling there and just like tapping on the glass. You don't hear like the sound because the glass is thick enough, but
Any Morse codes?
you don't hear the sound.
No, but like I see him tapping, right? Okay.
Make an intelligence skill check. Just like no intelligence, let's say.
No intelligence.
No intelligence.
Exactly.
I love asking you to roll me no intelligence.
I admittedly I do.
What? Holy fuck!
Admittedly, I do have intelligence, a +1.
Okay,
but
yeah.
Still.
Get that out of the way. Get all of that out of the way.
Yeah.
No, that's 100% not more. So you find no pattern in its stepping.
Okay.
Honestly, like at some point it feels not like it's stepping, but more like it's trying to maybe remove some grime from the inside of the window. Like you don't really see any grime in there, but like some.
Mm-hmm.
2 days pass. Oh, well, the ship's clock says 2 days have passed. You've slept twice. There was absolutely no change in lighting conditions, or you think there's been some movement in the backdrop, like you've moved somewhere, but the change is so small, and without anybody being smart enough to photo the background as you start to travel, you can't really compare. And even if you do have a thing, you might notice a slight, a couple pixels, movement. The signal has become stronger. It's been what do you call geometrically progressive, getting stronger and stronger, as has been the return from your Aether from the backscatter. And at the start of the 3rd day, let me. The start of the 3rd day, so 16th of February, technically, you get the first ping on your short-range Aether. You've got a response from something solid. And you think you're just a couple hours away from the source of that signal. Which by now you can have to tone it down, all the way down, because otherwise it's just
Mm-hmm.
All right.
No more detail on what it is at this distance.
I mean, it is an open communication channel, just an outgoing radio signal.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
It's you're trying to catch a radio and you're between the frequencies. Unless you want to sit there 24/7 and listen to it.
I wouldn't be there all the time. I mean, if possible, I was more thinking about if some ID came across with
No,
it.
no.
I would, when I'm not at it, have it recording, possible. That's not possible, then some notification to me, linked to my compad, to tell me if the volume gets higher or something like that. Something silly. Yeah.
Roll me 2d6.
Sure.
Mm.
3.
No notification comes in. At least in those days that you're traveling. But yeah, you're now getting a scattering of solid and semi-solid objects around where you assume the source of the signal is coming from. And you're about 55% loaded.
How far away does it look? Is anything visible to the eye by now, or no?
Not yet, but judging on the return from your Aether, maybe 3 hours of flight at full speed.
Yeah, yeah. Guess we'll just head towards it as I ask Dalu and Watanabe to maybe start making something visual out of this data we're getting as we get closer, but might help.
You press on. and you start seeing like bits of those like blotches of colors, most like purples and pinks and blues, actually coming into focus and separating from the backdrop and appearing to be something solid. And that is the direction, the destination of which you're traveling towards it. By the way, good question. Are you like just going on the horizontal plane, or do you want to like try to come from above, from below, like try to get them?
Depends on what they map out, since I mean geometry is probably going to be very flexible around here, and just the angle that seems like it's the most open based on the scan results.
They map out basically like small scattering of, I wouldn't even call them islands, more like rocks. So you know, like those like rock belts around some of the systems on the plane of air. It's like somebody just like got a chunk of it and it appeared here. Like maybe like a dozen rocks or so. Some are bigger than your ship, for example, but not really. Not much more than that. Not much bigger than that.
Yeah, I think I'm just looking for the most open approach to get the best visibility and have an idea of, or like the best maneuverability in case anything goes down, more or less.
Well, I mean, on your approach, it doesn't matter because you're going through literally empty space. There,
but
it's like
that's
a small
the general
sphere.
plan.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting enough, the signal does appear to be coming from like the very center of this gathering, from like the largest rock that is like about the size of maybe like 1.5 of your ships. Though shape is also like all potato-y or so on. You continue flying for like another hour and a half, at which point you like start noticing, not showing really up on the Aether because it's more like general like rocks and magic, but like visually noticing that there is further discoloration on some of these rocks, which assume that it is not just the rock, but something is on that rock. Hard to say what, because a lot of this discoloration also seems to be not that different from the color of this whole fucking plane. So, you know, like those, I don't even know how to call like this type of colors. Or just like these pigments, basically. Splashed across the rocks, but they're different from the color of the rock, and the geometry of these visual objects stands out from the rock. So it's
But
something on it.
It doesn't like seem to move on top of the rock or anything like that.
No. And the rocks actually, like, they don't spin, they don't really move anywhere. There. Being there, menacingly. You go on for another good hour, and you come close enough that you can see this sphere, basically, of about a dozen rocks floating in space, and each of the rocks appears to be itself dyed in the same like pinky, purple, silvery color that the whole display is. You're not sure if it's some kind of visual illusion because of the space, or maybe the objects that have spent enough time in this plane just absorb its properties. But upon them, the geometry of those weird things, you see basically curved hulls, broken masts, tattered but still sails. Glint of
Do
metal,
this-
glint of flesh. Well, not glint, but more like.
Do the ship designs look similar to anything you would have seen on the plane of air, or is it an entirely different kind of ship?
I feel like I want to ask for a roll, but I'm not really sure what to ask for. I guess.
Well, I mean, I could just sort of help in answering that question by maybe doing a scan, like a silent scan.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go for that.
So the shipwrecks, you said?
They're not necessarily shipwrecks, but they are ships.
13.
Ships on stones
Ships.
in a sphere.
13. Yeah, you send out the silent scan, and some of them are much smaller than Pathfinder, like half the size, and their design appear to be like old, like almost 100-year-old skyships. Like in design, just like.
So like the very first ones.
Yeah,
of,
you recognize
this
it because
age.
like their design is way too similar to how a real boat, a real ship is built. Like with the mast and the sails, like they shouldn't go like this. It's pointless. But you also get like 2 signals of some really strange, almost like shuttle-like full metal ships without any sails, and a signal from a ship that is neither metal nor wood nor stone. But you also do get like a better read that in the very center of this here on the biggest rock there is not a shape but more like a bunch of ships meshed together.
What the fuck made all of these ships land here?
Do they look like they landed? They look like they're
Some of them
smashed.
do.
Some of them
look-
are just floating among the rocks. They're not even landed. And you're like, oh, we thought it was small rocks. No, it was small ships. They're just completely inert. Some of them are actually not even sky ships. They're just ships.
Okay.
Some of them are crashed into those rocks or landed on those rocks. You don't see too much damage. You see like in some places 2 ships like smashed at each other. You see like pieces of ship floating here and there. So it's a mix. Like there's a mix of ships that have crashed, ships that appear to have crashed into each other, and ships who are just free floating or sticking to the rock.
Can I do another scan to see if one of these things is alive?
How would you scan for anything?
I don't know. Would a scan, like if I direct the scan and I'm looking for,
Your scanner scans for
details on the
magic primarily.
magic.
Even
Right.
the extended like survey sensor array.
They still primarily scan for sources of energy. I mean, I guess they do have also like optical.
Do a rough
vision.
scanning of an object's composition.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. I guess with advanced you can do it. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Go ahead, try once more.
All right.
Okay.
14.
Ah, damn.
You send the beep, and you pick up a living biological kind of organic source of movement within that sphere.
How big?
Double the size of your ship.
That's pretty fucking big.
It's kind of like just moving in that sphere inside of it.
Can we actually visually see it?
Make me a notice perception check.
I would also like to try, now that I've heard that. What the fuck? Do I get a +2 from the senses I
Yes.
have? Because I suck at this, so I need that.
Notice perception. Genius. Notice wisdom. Fuck.
You were
I
so
rolled-
close.
I
Ah,
rolled-
Zalu out. Get out.
Get off my ship!
Airlock opens.
Get off my lawn!
Alright. You start looking at it and you see like moving from behind one of the rocks, like vibrant blue and deep blue object thing, like surface. It seems to have some kind of like tendrils coming out of its body with little lights at the tips as it just almost swims.
What the fuck is that? I'm guessing the reason why all of the ships are stranded here.
Indeed.
And it looks to be yay-shaped, like an American sport ball. Egg hand.
Okay.
Oh, you mean a football?
An egg hand, yes.
Egg hand.
And egg. Yes.
Alu, I think you should transition from the senses to the weapon.
Gotcha.
Got a
yeah.
feeling.
I'm gonna jump onto the whatever gun.
The whatever gun.
No idea. Yeah, the whatever gun. The plasma beam.
There we go.
How did it get ships over here? Like,
You
no.
still wanna get closer? So at this point, I think I prefer the slow charge. I think it's better for the batteries as
Where's-
well.
Where's the help beacon signal coming from? Is it coming from that from that living thing, or
No, the living thing is moving around. The beacon is not moving and seems to be coming from the central rock.
okay? And he's just going around it.
It's kind of like going around within that sphere. Are you still approaching, or did you stop your ship? Did you turn around?
I think I am stopping the ship at the moment until we have made a plan. Do we want to go closer? How far away does like the closest point seem
30
based
minutes.
on how big it seems? Yeah, distance.
There's no distance here.
Distance.
30 minutes. 2 combat rounds.
Well,
No teleportation range.
Oh,
We're
you're
pretty-
talking about that. Oh, fuck. What's
Yeah,
your
that is what
50
I'm talking
kilometers?
Yes. it's
What you rolled a 12? You think you are within 50-kilometer range.
we can't lose our pilot. Yeah,
I mean, I could just go and
and die on your own.
that's unlikely. But
You
just
don't know
see-
how your teleportation skills work here in the astral plane.
Exactly. I don't even know how they work here. You know, just a quick day and
We're
back,
moving through all minds right now.
in and out, 20 seconds max.
No. We go together. We die together. We go back together.
I just don't know.
Or this just like we just go away. I mean, this just seems like just some big trap. Some lure, some intelligent lure.
You can't prep the jump, right? So, like, if we're charged up, can you
No.
prep the
I'm
jump?
No.
How
But-
fast are we? We're pretty fast. We have a spike drive 4, whatever. Can't we outmaneuver? Whatever's
There's a chili
chasing us?
drive.
I mean, we don't know how fast that thing is. And it seems to have trapped a lot of ships. It doesn't mean it has trapped all of the ships that came by. But it's, let's call it the Space Spider. It does seem to have quite a bit of a net here.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna tell you a little rhyme, and you're gonna tell me what you make of it.
For now, Winnell, really?
3 days later, Widow tells prophecy he has received.
Yes, because I'm hearing things, but this is not the time to discuss this. but
That sounds very
anyway.
dependable. I'm hearing things.
Indeed.
Okay, at the destination Dread you thought, but your hopes won't be for naught. Now, I don't know if that means
Come again? At your destination?
look in our mind chat,
Mind chat.
Discord.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, at Destination Dread you sought.
Yeah,
And
because yeah.
And then there's the but. But is usually to contradict.
But is
But
it my
your
hopes to
hopes
find
won't be for
Dread?
naught.
Does any of these? I mean, what was the ship's name? What's the one before Pathfinder 1?
Jeopardy.
The Jeopardy. Would that be a similar ship design? Even if it has a different name?
You think it will be actually a lot more primitive because A, it was 10 years ago, and B, it was like a prototype of a prototype of a prototype of a prototype.
But there's no way to pick something like that up in a scan.
Like, you're not picking up any basically like active drive.
Yeah.
And if you're not picking any drives, you need to go and look visual, and you're still like 40 kilometers away.
Yeah.
Like, your scan has already like given you enough like about ship composition to figure out that like the designs and composition of the ships you've detected is spread over like a century of skyship building history. Actually, like some of those designs you don't recognize. So, did they come from other place? Did somebody else build them? Oh, what's that?
Question is, what do we want? If we just want to charge, I think we should leave and play it safe. But I think we also came to get some answers, right?
I would like to see if the Jeopardy is among those ships, yes.
Indeed. Proceed with caution.
Okay.
Everyone okay with that?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna like the first sign of hostility, I'm shooting. So like I'm holding all the time. I'm like ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean,
will
we could
slowly
also-
slowly put the ship in motion. Go ahead.
Couldn't we actively send a message or something?
Could Wait, is this, by the way, the scan that we just got? Is that by passive scanning or active scanning?
It was technically passive,
Oh.
which would have modified your role, but whatever.
Could we get more Do I think that we could get more information if we would make an active scan?
No.
Okay.
Can't you like send a message or something?
You can maybe transmit from the beacon and see if anyone picks up the message, but it's doubtful.
Watanabe send out a open channel.
To what, Captain? There's just...
Try and match the frequency of the beacons.
So that's not how this works. I know that's how they say it on those major image shows you like to watch when you get drunk in the evenings, but sir, that's not how communication works. I can't enhance the signalizer.
No, not enhancing signals. Is there no way you could send not a beacon, but like the same thing they're sending, just to different channels, different places?
So each ship usually has like a device that is receiving and sending information. Most of these devices can either send or receive, which is why we send the communication to other ships, they receive it, they send it back. That's how communication works. If one of the ships has its channel open for only receiving or only sending, then unless they switch it, it's only one-way communication. And if they're only sending, they can't receive anything.
Right. So perhaps there's something there that's not only sending, that's the beacon, but also as only receiving. There's a bunch of ships there.
Alright, go ahead and try. Roll for me, Captain.
I'll roll for you. Watanabe, where are you? NPCs. And skill. Off the ship he goes.
Nothing?
A 9.
Oh, come on.
I mean, that's average for him, which is okay. Like, he's proficient.
Hmm?
But then I'll be like does something and goes. Well, I mean, I've sent a directed transmission beam in that direction. If somebody's receiving, they should receive it, assuming their device works.
Thank you very much, Watanabe.
Could have done that in the first place. But,
Paying extra 1,000 credits, and he can't even enhance the signal.
But then I'd be like, 2 months notice.
Yeah.
I don't think he has that long of a notice period.
No, there's a notice period he has to give you, not the one you have to give him.
Okay, the other one around is only like same day.
Yeah.
Right,
Push
so
on the button.
we approach and proceed with extra caution.
Your notice period to him is long enough to put on the back suits.
Yes.
You bastards. So yeah, you start slowly navigating your ship closer to the rocks and closer, becoming closer. Okay, like about 15 minutes away when that blue egg hand darts out of the sphere and splits. And you see that it wasn't a creature, it was a pod of creatures moving together. All kind of looking like an egg hand. And as they begin like to move, you see like the movement of the tendrils is very reminiscent of how like a fish would move. It's just that this is a fish moving not in water but in ether, so it's more symmetrical, like more 3D. And you see like those glowing things moving, and like there's one big creature, like multiple much smaller ones kind of like following it. as they begin like moving not quite in your direction, but away from the sphere. And that's when the background channel that you've had in the comms rooms all this while, whereas right now there's only Lens hearing this because it's in the cockpit. It was just like in the background, like going, and then it goes, run, run, you fools! You should never have come here! Oh no! It's here!
We have to save Deckard Kane.
I am immediately gonna transmit that over Discord, just like pass it along. What they just sent me, and I will start putting the ship into motion. Are these fish thingies heading towards us now?
No, they are not moving towards us, they are moving away from the sphere.
I know, but they haven't changed that up.
Nope.
They're not.
Nope.
I mean, I'm not gonna fly any closer. I'm just gonna.
Well,
since this is seems to be a distance where we can communicate with someone over there, I'm just gonna tell Watanabe to do his job on the comms.
Can you fly away like the fish? Because I think they know something we don't.
Lance, I am getting as powerful arcanes. No, I'm getting a hole in the magic approaching at us very quickly from that direction.
I will
Where's he pointing at?
I hear hole in magic. I am getting the fucked up this direction immediately.
And once again, you hear just vibrations going through your ship of creaking metal. And
I go and look at the Naga.
What did you do?
It's chilling.
Okay.
And like, where are you trying to go? Towards the sphere, away from sphere? Towards the fish? Well, not the fish.
Perpendicular to the sphere, while also trying to get away from the black hole of magic.
Okay. Yeah, you start doing that, and Watanabe goes, there's no arcane signatures. There's a distinct lack of arcane signature. It's changing direction. It's coming for us. It's coming for us.
Prepare for combat.
I'm also gonna change courses again. I'm gonna tell him, ask that person that was communicating what the fuck is up.
Yes, okay. Starts like typing out a message, sends it. You get a response back. The Donjon has found you. It wants to add you to its collection. You cannot escape. You're caught in the pincer maneuver. Your only chance is to hide with us. You cannot enter the space. It is too small. I have been hiding here.
Hole of magic. It's old-sounding man
was
that
like,
we've never met.
It's coming towards us. It's catching up.
Go. Yeah,
So
go
we
to
optionally-
Jeremy's.
Where's that hole? Where?
Directly behind us.
No, I
not the
mean the
hole of
one he's
magic.
talking about.
Yeah,
Where's
where's
the
the
small
sphere?
Which hole?
He
I
said
don't think it's the
he can't
sphere
go
itself.
to the sphere.
I think it's. No, I don't think that's what he said. I think it's some place specific in the sphere, but I'm not sure. But I'm gonna head for the sphere in that case.
the beacon the signal is transmitting from the beacon, so from the center of the sphere.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So it is from the sphere.
From the
Okay.
center. Okay.
I
Then
didn't-
I'm
yeah,
definitely heading
yeah,
for that.
yeah. Yeah. So you change directions once again, and then it goes. Still following us.
At what speed?
At sufficient speed to catch up with us. If we don't get there very quickly.
In about how much approximately?
Well,
Make the calculations.
I'm gonna shoot it. Okay.
It's not in fighting range yet.
Is it not? Oh, not yet.
Uh,
Well,
do
I
you
mean,
roll
then we would
engage
probably
it?
do
Will.
initiative.
yeah, but we can still run. But
Yeah, we're running.
I'm just gonna pull the emergency thruster boost as we are heading towards the center here,
Okay, good.
just in case.
I do in that case need to roll me a pilot check to decelerate accurately and in time. And not just pass through the sphere, or even worse, not pass
what's
through
this?
the
You're using
sphere.
like nitrous?
Okay, good enough.
Well,
Yeah, you push the thruster, and Panam goes, oh, okay, we're gaining, and you just towards that sphere, which is now careening into you, and the voice is kind of going, hide next to a rock and turn off your ship. It's eating your magic. The great dungeon wants your magic.
God.
And you basically like pass through the outer ring of the rocks, and 180 your ship kind of drifting through the air using like your thrusters as you're decelerating to like stop basically your momentum like a rocket, and like semi-drift behind one of the rocks. And what do you do then?
turn it all off, I
Turn
guess.
it off. Yeah.
Okay. Bob is like, I'm turning it all off! It's like, the ship goes to dark. By the way, I don't have it in roll 20. But I technically do have the dark Pathfinder. Ships.
I'm gonna turn on my 100 senses.
There we go. It can be dropped in there. Yeah. Oh, you might want to open the regional to actually see things. There you go. Yeah, that's your ship looks. I don't know what I did. Alright, anyway.
Be the default, honestly.
What?
Dark mode should be the default.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard to see in the dark. Anyway, yeah, and you can like turn off and just, and I don't know, maybe like stick to windows and try to at least like see visually, because at this point your senses are off. You're not catching any signature or anything. I don't know if you want to abandon ship and go outside and like stare with your pickers, but you can do that. And
I am actually like, so right outside of the window there should be a space that I can see that I could teleport to with my thing on, right?
Yeah.
I'll just teleport right there to have a better angle than just actually teleportation is magic. Maybe I don't do that. Maybe that sounds.
I mean,
Maybe that
there
sounds,
is literally a small airlock right next to your seat that you could, in theory, use to get outside, like, within a minute. Up to you.
I'll look through the tiny windows, I guess.
Tiny windows it is.
You see object approaching. And you see it mostly because A, it is moving swiftly enough past the backdrop, and B, because unlike the colorful backdrop, it is mostly silvery white in coloration, which is one of the colors you find here on the astral plane, but still it is sufficiently contrasted. And you just see the indentation in the center of this approaching object. As it comes closer and closer, you understand that it is a creature. It is a creature with a single eye, full of darkness and malice, and a pair of humongous crab-like pincers attached to its head, as the rest of its worm-like, armored and spiked body, as it moves perpendicular to you, too large to find passage between these rocks. It begins to stalk the outside of the ship graveyard, its pincers scraping against the rock and catching, snipping off bits of ships and objects that are flung outside of this cluttered space, as it sends out the roar you've heard a moment ago and are hearing again rather loudly, and it reverberates through your ship. Feels just like your ship has been captured and is being crushed. It stalks around you for a few minutes until it turns around and begins slowly, much slower, and it came here, moving away from you in an unknown direction.
Well, dodge that bullet. And by
What?
bullet, I mean
Somewhat,
that ship-size creature.
somewhat trapped in the process, though. No.
It's not
Spider's
true.
trap.
We might be able to jump from inside of here. But it probably takes so long, it'll be a dangerous business.
We didn't bring a Luna, did we?
No.
No.
Has anybody else seen this before? Or heard of this before?
No fucking clue.
No. Neither do I.
Isn't that your brother? You're from here, aren't you?
Yeah. That's
Yours.
my that's my mother. She's looking beautiful. Oh, look at that armor and spikes.
And no wonder she was looking for us like that. She must have been missing you for a long time.
Yeah.
On the upside, I do think we can get out of the ship and float from thingy to thingy in here. I'm not
Let's
sure
try
about
and-
these small fish things, but
How about we try and communicate with the elder person that helped us out?
that would require turning the ship back on.
Can you put me on the same channel so we could talk normally, Watanabe?
Sure. You're on a channel. You can talk. Go ahead.
Hello, is this thing on? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Captain, the ship is off.
Oh,
This is,
turn it back on.
But do you have to turn on the
communication
ship?
has a magic signature. It's magic. It's gonna get the beast right back here.
But the elder person was talking to us.
Yeah, but he probably has something very small that still works. That's not a large arcane signature.
What
like
the
a
fuck?
ship
We
might
have
be.
small comm thingies as well. Can we use them? Compads?
Oh, would
Okay.
compads work here?
Don't,
don't
I
know.
think those you require a server
Yep.
to work.
I mean, can't you hack the server, Watanabe?
What
Boost
server?
the signal?
He's about to get fucked.
You're not paying me enough to explain to you why you don't understand how this works and then not listen to me.
Alright.
What if we paid you more? Would you then do it?
Yes.
I mean, not the explaining part, the doing your job part.
Yes, I will continue doing my job, but I will be happier about it because you're gonna pay me the money I should really get for you taking me here.
But didn't you negotiate like 2 days ago with the captain?
Have you warned me 2 days ago that this is what I'm gonna have to deal with?
So
Okay, we didn't
That's
know.
kind of
Oh,
what
sorry,
hazard
we
pay
haven't been
is,
here.
you know.
It's like...
Well, something is telling me when you're gonna come back to the prime material plane, you're not gonna get 1,000 credits into your pockets. I think you're gonna get a couple more zeros. You know, just saying. Just saying. Like,
I mean,
This is not the time to bring this up. Salary discussions are held privately later on in the safety of the plane of air.
Their salary
Currently,
discussions?
we need
I
to
do
focus.
wonder actually. No, let's talk about this now. I do wonder how much is, for example, Dalu getting?
0.
Okay, fine. How many percent of your company does Dalu own?
0.
I mean, I don't think we are a company. We're
We are.
basically
And by we, I mean I.
you are okay.
Well, Captain, you are a tyrant.
A benevolent one, though. And like I said, let's keep these talks later on. Let's focus on the task ahead. We are currently...
And he would like to remind everyone that you are not to share your salaries with the other employees.
No,
and
you may
members of the
share your
ship.
salaries. Everyone knows, and no one's getting...
The real capitalism.
Oh, I'm not sharing my salary with other employees. Slaves of the Fable unite! Slaves of the Fable unite!
I'm on the Pathfinder currently.
He's grown up so much.
Indeed.
I'm still here.
There's this...
I'm gonna
don't know
learn
this.
cat language, and if I found that Kartoffel earns more than me, I'm gonna riot.
Right, so we need to somehow get out of this fly trap that we've thrown ourselves into, and in order to do that, we need to turn on the ship, which apparently
No.
lures the creature, and then jump out of here.
No, first, we can go exploring. There's a fucking door over there. My spell should probably be emitting very low magic frequencies in comparison to what our
Hello?
ship requires.
Hello? You can
Oh,
survive?
By the way, is it through?
If you're talking
Radio?
to me, I can't hear anything. My thing is busted. I can only talk to others. Yeah. I'm on the main rock. I'm the one who warned you about the thing with the pincers. I want to come visit. I
That's a good
don't
visit.
think I have any tea, but
Do you hear us? Hello?
No, he said he couldn't hear us.
yeah,
Maybe
so
he's wrong.
just come towards me. I guess I'm on the big rock with like the ships all smashed together. Yeah. I'm Shachalak, by the way. No,
Shachalak?
Shachalak. I'm Shachalak, yeah.
I did
That's
hear
my
you.
name.
Shh.
Okay. If I don't hear from you in like an hour, I'm gonna think you're dead. And I'm gonna come and take all the things from your ship, okay? Okay.
So,
What I heard is that we can just wait for him and he'll be here. In an
Oh,
hour.
and he'll come now.
We are a bunch
Could
of
actually.
fuckers.
I mean, it makes it safer for us.
Let's go and visit him. See how he has survived so far and learn from his wisdom, experience.
I mean, he's half the trap here. Maybe inadvertently, but I think he's half the trap. I'm not sure he knows why, but I mean, we wouldn't have come here if it wasn't for that signal.
Correct. And then we save him, we destroy the signal, and we All live happily ever after.
We'll see. Let's go. I mean,
To the rock.
well, at least one of us should stay back on here, Watanabe. This is your job, I think. I think you're volunteering for that job, right? Or do you want to come along into the plane?
What do you feel
He's
comfortable
so
doing,
fucking
Watanabe?
slow.
You
Yeah, I guess that's
are all gaslighting me right now. I'm just not sure which part you're gaslighting me.
I'm
No,
asking
Watanabe, we're
you
just
if you would
asking if you
like
wanna
to
stay-
stay on the ship or if you want to come along.
Exactly. What are you comfortable doing?
Since you seemed quite freaked out, I assumed you would like to stay on the ship, but I'm not sure.
Well, you seem to want me to stay on the ship, so I'm coming along.
All right. Bobby can stay here. That way you
Yeah,
won't shoot the
Bobby.
old man.
That's a good idea, actually. Yeah,
Wait,
Bobby
Bobby's
will
staying?
stay.
I'm staying too then.
Yeah, that means that we'll take Bobby and you'll stay here. Only one person on the ship.
Damn it.
The person who stays should be able to defend the ship. Just gonna say that.
Watanabe's able to defend the ship.
With his pencil?
No. Just not letting anyone get in. That's not us.
Well, there's still Kartoffel, so that should be.
She's not here.
I'm in the airlock. See
She's
you
not?
later. I'm
Right.
going for the airlock.
Watanabe and Bobby fight it out whoever stays here and who's coming with us.
They're both
Decide in
staying.
the next minute between yourselves.
Bobby's gonna go. Well, I have a feeling we want somebody who can actually operate the gun in case we need fire support immediately.
All right,
Yeah, you stay.
Alright.
fine. How about you, Watanabe?
Do you want to come along?
He's
or do you
staying
wanna
here as
stay
well.
with
He seems like he
Bobby?
wants to stay
He
here
wants
with
to
Bobby.
stay with Bobby, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
we're leaving. See you later.
Don't come back!
Are you sure you won't make it out of this plane if I don't come back?
You can come back.
Good.
Alright. So,
Little does Watanabe know that he's on my will and gets the 1 million credits and the ship and.
yeah. Keep lying to me. Keep lying to me. Oh yeah, so you all, like, do you put on additional suits or do you just like rely on your magic, just go into airlock and...
I rely
I don't-
on magic.
I don't think I could put another suit on top of my freakish armor.
Nope, it's either armor or a suit.
Armor.
Okay.
Well then,
Well, we're armor. We've got Lance, and even you and all. Can you both? Can either of you do it?
yeah. I mean, I can do pretty much the same thing.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, I think I've already cast the not breathing stuff on everybody. So then we should be fine. Or is there like a special environmental hazard like radiation?
That's
or-
what Lance can do.
That's what
Yeah.
I have on us.
Okay, then we should be fine.
We're covered from all places, and even if
We're-
Miles can't doesn't need to breathe, he'll still like come out with his freakish armor in his helmet and go.
Wait, did you put on the midnight armor?
Yes,
Okay.
I am charismatic as fuck. now.
Are you attuned to it?
Yeah. And my movement speed is my intelligence, so that's great.
Technically, yes. Technically, you are not encumbered by it.
I am floating, or rather, I mean the beast is gone. I'm gonna see if teleportation gets it back. I'm just gonna teleport towards the big rock as they float behind me, right on top of it.
You disappear and appear.
Waiting for the sound to reappear. Don't hear anything. Feels good. The magic amount is too small.
Now that you're on this rock, you see that there is a ship that was, you assume, landed at some point. An old design, like just big wooden ship. It at some point has been partially disassembled, and there have been other bits of shape that have been like attached to it, kind of like extensions, and there are in various points just like platforms with ballistas on them that are just like looking in all directions. So they don't appear to be manned, and I assume you're going for the ship, so you can like set foot upon the deck and start like making your way over it, kind of feeling the wood creaking beneath your feet, as in front of you a trapdoor that was on the deck and like flies open, and out of it like it opens in a way that like basically like, so you're walking in this direction, right, and the trapdoor opens like this, and the creature begins like crawling out of it with its back towards you. It's kind of like and gets out, and it's kind of like dressed in some kind of like brown robes, like with a hood, and it looks down and goes, yeah, I'm gonna go there now. I mean, I told Sam that I'm gonna wait for an hour, but I'm pretty sure everybody's dead, and if they're not gonna expect me, so I'm gonna
Hello.
The head turns around and you see like,
How are you doing?
hi, and like the creature kind of like lifts like big like aviator goggles, and you see thin green yellow like spotted face with like yellow crooked teeth, kind of like weird, like beard like this, and the creature has a nose, but like a nose where there's no nose, just like the holes in the face. It holds out like a small vial of some yellow liquid.
No thanks. I don't need it.
Greetings.
I'll take it.
Okay, you take it. I'm Shachalak. I suppose you're from the shiny ship.
Come again?
Mhm.
What's your name?
Shachalak.
Right.
Can we call
So-
you Chat?
Our
Chad.
friends?
Well, you have saved us. I would consider that a good beginning of a good relationship.
Sure. Whatever floats your boat. This is still floating, actually. That's a weird boat. How did it float if it's made of metal? I mean, I guess if we're here, it doesn't really matter what you made of. I mean, rocks float. You have a weird boat. I'm Shachalak. Hi.
Greetings. I am
Greetings.
Miles, and this is my crew.
Lance.
I'm Dalu.
Don't bother. I'm not gonna remember your names anyway. We have time to learn them
You
eventually.
plan on staying here? Yeah.
There are options?
Let's start somewhere else. How long have you been here?
Define long.
Let's look around at all of the ships that are caught
Right.
in this sphere. Like, what do you say? You were here before most of them came, or were most of them already here when you came? Or
Hamzis? I came here with that one. I think we took it apart and put it there. And also with that one with the big curvy shell. Yeah.
Who's
How
we?
did you get here?
float it like everybody does.
With what crew? With what, like, who? Which
Oh,
one
they're
of
dead.
those ships was yours? Yeah, but who were they? Like, where are you from?
Here! Not here, but there.
You're from, yes.
Yeah. You wanna see the others from my crew? The one I came here with?
Yeah.
No.
I am getting
Mixed signals.
mixed signals. Yeah, I think that's a word.
I'm gonna drink that drink, the yellow liquid. Well,
It's piss.
Ah,
I mean, what were you expecting? Let's be real here.
dude, what the fuck?
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yuck. Well,
I wasn't
I-
planning to have you drink it.
I took it and let it float away.
Have
My
you-
jar.
How have you survived for so long?
Well, I mean, we're the astral plane. You don't need to eat, you don't need to drink, and you don't age. That's all you do here. You survive. I mean,
Did the
unless
others die?
you get snipped in half by a dungeon, or like impaled by a mast, or like when a big piece of wood goes through you.
What is that? A dungeon? I've
dungeon.
never heard of that before. Yeah. Can you tell me what that is in more details? I just seen a glimpse of that big creature, but
It's a big ass dungeon. It goes around and it sinks and puts them in the dungeon.
Puts them in the
Yeah.
dungeon? What does that mean?
Well, so it has this big ass mouse, and as it opens the mouse, things go in, and there's like a kingdom inside, and little people live in there, and I think some of my old crew members as well.
How do you know this?
The voices told me. How else? Don't you listen to the voices?
oh,
Right.
have you? Are you the one sending the beacon out?
I'm not. No.
And how are you how are you communicating?
I talked to the box.
What bugs?
The one in my
Fish to
ship.
fish.
The box.
The box.
Yeah.
The box. Okay.
I'm not sending any bacon. If I had any bacon, I did it. Just
Well,
because I don't want to eat doesn't mean I don't have taste buds.
Where's this box? What box?
Why do you want to know?
I'm
Because
curious.
that-
We're looking for a beacon. Maybe
There's
you're
a-
talking to a box that makes this signal.
Were you able to hear other people through that box?
No! It's a talking box. It's not a listening box.
So you don't hear voices from the box. You just hear other voices.
Do you think I'm mad?
What kind of voices are we talking about? I mean, Whittle has been hearing voices now for 2 days, apparently.
Oh,
and
you as
everyone-
well. Good. You're you're acclimating.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah. I mean, you got to do it eventually. If you settle in today, it means you don't have to suffer for the next 10 years. I mean, you really don't want to commit suicide in this place because eventually somebody's gonna eat your body.
Question.
And it's not gonna be the dungeon.
What?
How many ships have you seen come here and get eaten by the dungeon or the however you pronounce it?
Most.
Or how many of them? Do you have a number? Like, I don't think many ships come through here, do they?
What is many?
I don't know, more than 10.
In the last years, maybe? We
Ever
don't
since you've
have
been
a
here.
clock.
Ever since
I
you
can
came
tell.
here and were stranded,
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're stranded here.
Mhm.
How many ships have you seen crashing or being decimated or whatever?
More than 20.
More than 20. Thank you. Thank you.
Less than
Um,
5.
Shut your luck.
Yeah, that's my name. I mean,
How much for your services? Shut your luck. You seem more competent than one of our crewmates on our ship.
you said something about bacon. Do you have bacon on your ship?
We could arrange that.
Alright, well,
Um,
don't send it anywhere. Give it to me.
Right. First, we need to disable that beacon because
Why?
it's luring ships here and it's putting them in danger, just like it did to our ship.
But Astra said it's our only way out.
Exactly. We are your way out.
Okay.
That means you don't need it anymore.
Now I get it. Okay.
Dan's just role-playing Tal right now.
Okay.
it's so fucking good, though.
Ah.
Yeah, it is.
Guys, I think they're fine. They have bacon. Wanna talk to them?
How many friends do you have down there?
It's just piss bottles.
Alive or friends?
Alive.
I look where he's looking at.
I can goes under his robe and takes out a robe which has ears, dried ears put on it. 4! Am I my own friend?
Yes.
5!
I'm
And then,
my
like-
own friend.
6, 7, 8, 9!
Nice. Okay, yeah, let's meet those other 4 friends of yours.
Yeah! Come inside. I probably there's no traps
There was talk about tea there.
that I made. No! I'm coming down! Turn off the traps!
Turn off the crabs.
The traps.
Okay, crabs
He
are
kind
funny.
of turns around and kind of begins, and you notice that he has no boots, and his robes is basically as a curtain or a carpet that was just cut up and remade to be a robe, and it's just chained, instead of a belt, there's a chain or a piece of a rope, and there is actually one shackle on his leg that there are signs of somebody trying to remove it and failing to do so.
Shackle?
Shackle.
Is it attached to anything, or is it just a
No,
shackle?
no.
Is
The chain
still
was
attached to
broken
his
off,
leg?
and there's
Yes.
just the
Okay.
metal on his ankle that
That's still there. Yeah,
they failed to remove.
Mm-hmm. I'll follow.
You hear from inside, I need a new jar of pee! They drank mine!
Disgusting.
What would think that you don't need to pee at all because, you don't need to eat and drink and all that?
I think they probably enjoy it for the taste, since you don't taste anything else around here.
You
It's hard
start
to tell you that.
going down the ladder and step into a darkened interior of the ship. There's no lanterns or anything inside, but there's enough holes in the hull that the same permeating light of the astral planes getting inside and giving you if you have dark vision, you're fine. If you don't have dark vision, then you're in low light vision mode. And you see basically that the staircase is going down, and there's a hallway with open places where doors would have been, and then it heads into like some bigger space inside. But who's coming down first?
Hank.
Me, I'll lead.
Okay, I'll go second.
Yeah, Mars, you're kind of coming down, and like you land at the bottom, and you're like, okay, and you stare through the ladder ahead of you, and you see in the darkness like a tiny light, kind of like. And the voice goes, "Well, damned. I thought old Shachalak has gone completely nuts, and he goes and brings home friends."
Do I see the figure?
Yeah, you see in like popping up light of a smoking pipe, small green creature with big floppy, well, not floppy, but with big ears and a lot of like piercings going through them, kind of wide toothy green, some horny protrusions on its head, and a big ass crossbow on their lap, and like looking in your direction. Oh, you've got bacon.
We could arrange that. That's what I said.
Oh, I love friends who bring in bacon home, especially if they share.
Right.
I think I know your name, huh?
What?
Well, damn it, my mother's an elf, 'cause I don't know yours.
You Dinal?
That is my name.
Yeah, your file was provided to us by your former employer. Or current employer, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm sure you know the name Alexandro.
That name's... Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. We're on his new ship.
Oh. So he finally built a bucket of bolted flies.
No, he built like 3 more buckets in between, and this one seems to be doing the job now.
It can like... actually like lifts up the crossbow, like not pointing in your direction, kind of like uncocks it. Well, sorry to disappoint you boys. Your bucket's not gonna make it out of here either. So, settle in. Prepare for eternity in hell, you can't die. At least I've got a boatload of tobacco nobody else smokes.
Who else is here?
Well, our ship didn't make it. Our crew did. Wait the rest.
I didn't understand him.
Our ship didn't make it, but our crew did, and wait the rest. Shachalak's the only one left.
Ate the rest. Okay. You ate your crew?
No, I ate the other crew.
The other. Okay.
Why?
Because they
You
were
don't need
dead.
to eat. Oh. Alright. So you were part of the crew of Jeopardy. Am I getting this correctly?
That's a stupid name. I mean, that's what got us into this. Jeopardy.
So you any other crewmates survived?
Ah. Too many, really, if you ask me. But, well, we've got time.
Where are they?
Somewhere in our wonderful kingdom.
Astrid is here?
Can I come up closer to you?
You smell just like her.
Well, I'll be damned, my father's an orc. Funny world we live in. Come with me. Right, this is gonna be the most fun we've had in 10 years. Oh, by the way, don't tell Shachalak, we actually do have a clock.
And I thought we were cruel to Watanabe.
You can like follow behind him and you see like the big room you're entering in. He will have been remade into kind of like a dining room where there's like a robot overturned and some like nailed planks on top of it to make a table, and you can like makeshift chairs, like some actually good chairs, some makeshift. And Shachalak is like running around placing various jars with suspicious liquids on the table and goes, "Oh gosh, I wish we had any water in here. Tried washing with peace, but that's just not the same because you don't have any peace after 5 years. Kind of becomes a rare resource over here." Eh. I mean, we don't have any food anyway, so unless you brought more corpses, it's just for ambience. Yeah.
Interesting. How do you pass the time here?
Ah! Well, I count my ears, and we do crosswords, but Zihu is cheating, and we get things from other ships, and just hide from the dungeon. Yeah. And do things like play games and like pretend we're not here and have friends and bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the other ones? Your other friends?
Oh. Well, I would guess one in the shadows, the other one is watching from the halls. Come out, you guys. Might have a ride out of here. You hear some kind of like creaking at the side, and one of the boards that are kind of like making the walls of this place kind of like moves aside, and you see a thin, red-eyed face kind of like peek out of, and one hand comes through. The whole kind of like personage comes out. Greetings. Bows. This one is Zero. Pleasure to meet.
Nice to meet you as well. We are... Well, I am Miles, and this is my crew. I think we'll introduce everyone while everyone's here, so we don't have to do this over and over again.
Like you hear like muttering from like one of the other open doors, and a big guy comes out. The one you saw on the picture says Cetus, a blue Triton, naked upper body, like loose pants. Comes out and goes, "Greetings, I am Cetus, and this is my crew."
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Is this all?
No, our captain is currently elsewhere.
Where?
Building. Lost.
Do you mind telling me where?
At the lower decks.
I
That
think
way?
he would very much like to meet.
Well, who am I to stop?
I'll just walk off the way where it looks like it's leading downwards.
Will we?
Oh! I'm gonna
we
show
stay
you!
here, like?
Follow me! Follow me! No!
Yeah.
Have you turned off the traps?
What
No.
do you think, lads? Should we stay?
Oh!
Let them have the moment.
Okay!
Yeah. Okay, we'll wait.
Come! You coming?
Oh.
Following.
Yeah, he's following.
Yeah.
I thought we'd give him space,
We're going-
and we'll have like a conversation with Cetus later.
Oh, do you want to have a conversation?
I mean, we're gonna give Lance his space,
Oh, okay.
so he's.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Maybe real food, real tea.
so Lance is the only one following Shachalak. Shachalak.
Mhm.
Yeah. He kind of like runs down the hallway. Like next to the hole, there's like a pole or like a broken mast through it. He like slides down. Ah! Shit! No! Oh.
I'll look down.
He's kind of like jumping on one leg and kind of like picking his other leg.
I'll just teleport down there.
Like,
And I'm taking his way down.
runs off the hallway. You can like hear his like jumping. One of his leg goes.
And that sound effect doesn't carry.
It's like
but
squishy noise.
We still heard it in
Sounded-
our heads.
like there's something wet and squishy on one of his legs. Or feet.
Mm-hmm.
Soles. Like kind of like runs screaming down the hall like, Astrid! I brought bacon! People! Bacon people! And I assume like follow carefully, like trying to step over like holes and strange dark spots that were left behind Shachalak. And you come like upon like another room, and you like basically like see that like a lot of these spaces are just like pieces of ship that have been formed into like small rooms, and some seems to have been the purpose of storage. Some are somebody's like bedroom, like you see a room that has a bunch of wooden planks that are like leaned against the walls on all sides, and each is covered in various paintings. Most of them are just paintings of whatever like you would see here in the astral plane, which is the same stuff, psychedelic shit, but still. And then just like more paintings on the walls and on the floor and the ceiling. And then you come upon like another similar like arch with like a cloth curtain made of another curtain, a rug or whatever, and you hear from the inside. God damn it, Shachalak! I've told you not to play with Dinal. Come here, you old piece of. And you see like a figure like sitting on a low stool, just kind of holding Shachalak by the leg and kind of go. What are you talking about? What kind of bacon people? And
Visitors, I'd say.
again?
Visitors, I'd say.
The figure lifts up a head and you see a woman with blonde hair and brown eyes, like sun scarred face. You definitely recognize the woman you saw in those photos.
And she doesn't look much older,
older
huh?
than in those photos, but not as old as you'd expect. Well. I don't think I'm that old for my eyes to fool me. I haven't eaten anything for Shachalak in a week. I don't think I'm hallucinating either. Stands up. Now, who might you be? Not alone.
No, I have a crew of 4 other people here. But I've got a hint for you if you want one. We have someone in common. Tommy. Tommy's my father.
Tommy sent you.
Yes.
Is
Not
he
really.
here as well?
No, he's not. Mom. He's not. No. I'm a Lance.
Right. Yeah. I suppose you are. Well. Welcome to the Astral Plane, Lance.
You know what I said?
What you said? Lance? Hi. Well, I'm looking at your face. I'm gonna think you're not really happy with what you're getting.
I wasn't quite sure what to expect. Not really thinking you'd still be alive. 10 years over here. You've been declared dead on the plane of air. Because you've been missing for 10 years with your crew.
That we have. Right. So, Stormy, right?
What?
Stormy, alright?
I owe you a ride.
Is your father alright?
Is Tommy alright?
You owe
He's
me a
doing
ride.
it.
That was also nice.
He's doing fine, yes. He's flying soul ships.
Does he know you're here?
Of course not.
Well, it was mighty brave of you to come, even if you weren't here looking for us. Mighty foolish too. Believe I've got
Yeah,
a
you know.
gander. That old fox Alexander has put you up to this.
You're definitely right. We're on one of his ships, but I'd say the foolishness runs in the family, probably.
Foolish doesn't run in this family. Runs away in this family. So, You've got a ship now.
I fly a ship, yes.
How old are you? 20?
Shouldn't you know?
Time's a thing here. Longer you count it, the crazier you get.
And not far off with 20, but not too important.
Right. Well, how would you like to introduce me to your people?
Don't know. But sure, let's go up.
Like, Shachalak went quiet, watching you two. And started going back here out of the corner of your ear, Shachalak, trying to whisper but being really bad at it. I thought you said nobody's gonna come looking for you. They didn't. Just goddamn lucky. Finally. Actually, I have to go to another place, find a staircase, get up, come up from completely the other spot. Meanwhile, above, what were the rest of you doing? Staring at...
I was I was having a conversation with the blue guy. I forget his name. Citos. So what is exactly this dungeon that Shachalak speaks of? The more I know about it, the more we can either fight it off or escape it.
It is a great astral beast that plagues this domain. Finds treasure, things, consumes it. Has consumed most of the ships.
Is it prone to fire damage or any sort of damage? Can we shoot it at all? Can we fight it?
Can you fight the force of nature?
Depends. I've seen people fighting death.
Sure, you can fight it. Just not gonna win.
How fast would you say it compares to a ship with a drive of 3? Is it faster?
Well, that's the kind of ship we had. That didn't help us much. Did not help us much. Did not help us. And well, highly doubt that a ship will be strong enough to defeat that creature. At least not until it snaps it in half.
Well, we don't need to defeat it if we can outrun it.
We can certainly try. Yes.
What was your role on the ship?
I am an adventurer, a specialist on all things extraplanar.
How did you find yourself found up in the Jeopardy?
I have been hired by its creator. For very good money. The chances of one encountering an astral dreadnought are lower as somebody rolling for ones on six-sided die. And we certainly did roll that.
Do you regret your luck, so to speak?
If you were to ask me yesterday, then I also would have said no, because you would have already been here. Now the tales I can return with are going to be legendary.
Indeed.
You know? Oh, come on, friend. You don't think we're actually gonna make it out of here? Even if the ship is fast enough to get us away from the big old dungeon. It's not like it's gonna, get us back. It's gonna explode, or we're gonna go somewhere else and get lost again. We're not coming home.
Wait, haven't you, when you came to the astral plane, did it take you longer than expected?
What was expected? 20 tries?
Oh, that is long. Yes, we were able to succeed on the first try.
Oh, now you're rubbing it in our face. You're also lying.
I'm not lying. And yes, I am a little bit rubbing it in your face. However,
Denial is exaggerating. It did not take us 20 tries. We made it in 4. So
Well-
I agree. Your insistence that you made it in 1 is bad.
well, we do have, I think, the best pilot to exist, frankly.
You lie because we have her. Trust.
Perhaps we'll put that to the test once we try and escape out of here. Now, do you have anything that could help us in this venture?
Help you. No, sorry, wrong voice. Help you how? What are you looking for? Guns? Bombs? I've got those, actually. You're gonna be surprised what those ships come with. You're gonna be surprised what I can cobble in 10 years if I don't need to eat.
That's good. That could be conjured up as a distraction. Perhaps something with more
You're an
magical.
optimist. I hate you.
It's the only way to survive such situations. Because then despair settles in. And you let that take over.
The taller they are, the less blood comes to their brains.
So bombs, explosives, that's good enough. What else do you have? Perhaps, did you find anything magical in nature? Perhaps Slavic?
There have been ships of strange nature. We have had to destroy them, lest they attracted the beast. It seeks to consume everything that fits in its gullet. Magic more than other thing.
Mm-hmm. So distractions with explosives might not work so efficiently. What else do we have? Now, basically, I think that by this time they're coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, you can like hear like Peter Patter feet. I am making friends.
Hello.
You didn't eat any bacon without me, did you?
Of course not.
Good. I brought Astrid. She's Lance's mom.
Amazing.
Who's Lance?
That's Lance. I point at Lance. Pleasure to meet you, Astrid.
That's a person. The woman looks over at all of you. Shakes your hand, like you can like feel her hand gripping you like a bit stronger. That would be polite, like as if she's persuading herself that that's not a ghost and she's actually feeling that hand. Well then, you're alive. Got a ship. So here.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your captain?
That would be me.
Alright. What is your name, Mr. Captain?
Miles. Miles Root.
I'm Astrid. And I wouldn't say I'm the captain of this little crew. But I'm as close to that as it comes.
I must say I'm surprised. We've heard about your ventures 10 years ago, and you've been all declared dead. And surviving here for 10 years, well, I didn't know you.
They're not wrong. We're dead, we just haven't accepted it yet.
Well,
No. Master Plane was both a good place and a bad place to get lost. Had our ship broken down on any other plane, we would have long ran out of food. On the other hand, even on the plane of fire, you can find people who are willing to help. Or at least capture you as slaves. It still beats being here. So, I suppose we've been alive. Kind of in a stasis.
mm-hmm.
I wanna say we had more people when we started. But even with the clock, minds get lost quicker than bodies.
Indeed, this must be very overwhelming for all of you meeting us today, especially you with your family reunion. Not the best place to have one, I know. But still, we were discussing about trying to escape from here. And Sitos was kind enough to explain about the dungeon a bit more in detail. How fast would you say the dungeon is? Does it compare to Drive 4? Could we outrun it?
Drive 4? Not in a straight line. But depending on how much head time we have, might just be enough for us to screw up the drive before the beast catches on to us. Because I haven't seen your ship, but I'm getting a feeling it doesn't have too many guns. Not at least there is another 100 people you're hiding from me. Man, those guns.
It's a small ship. and it has currently only one, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be a little bit cluttered, but if we can make it out, that's all that counts.
Right. Well, do you mind if I take a gander at your ship?
No, but of course, please.
Alright. Bob deck one more time. See your ship in the distance. Well, certainly polished up your ship more than he did mine. Things have changed in 10 years, haven't they?
Yes, you've sent, I think, 3 more other ships before we were sent, other than yours, of course. You sent yours first, 3 others, then us.
Oh, that was mightily nice of him.
Oh. Sure.
Oh, you don't have to pretend. I know he didn't send them after us.
Yes, he did not. And we were in debt to him because he brought back our friend to life.
Oh, really? How did he do that?
Well, he had enough ether for us to use. Well, it's a very long story and an interesting one at that, but we'll perhaps discuss it while we show you the ship.
Right. One question. Is it guy with a silver rope sticking out of his back Alexander's brother?
That's the long story. We'll tell you later.
Right. Well,
He's fine though, and you could say he's not blood related.
that can be a bitch.
Indeed.
Oh, that's the most surprising thing you have on your ship.
In any case, yeah, that's Dalu. Dalu, would you like to present yourself?
My face may look dark. I've got a hood on. My eyes are sensitive. I don't want to take the hood off, but I'm here. My face is here. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Dollar.
Well, I'm glad you gave me tea in the meantime to wash out an unpleasant taste I had earlier.
Who gave you tea? We don't have any tea over here.
God damn it! Twice. No.
Like, Shachalak in the background is like, eh? Where's my jar of mushroom water?
Mushroom water.
Who took my jar? I've been growing it for the past 5 years. Maybe. I'm not sure what 5 is anymore. It had a family.
What the fuck?
Dalu's been slaying this jar family.
Right. Well. I guess
Did
some
he-
things don't run in the family.
Was he always like this? Have you found him here? Or did he crash into you?
Oh, we found him here. We found him here.
Was he like this when you met him?
It was a little bit better. Though, he really didn't have a clock before we came. No idea how long he's been here around. Just found a couple ships of his people. Did what we could with the corpses. Found another ship that looks like a thing with tentacles. Said they were hunting it. Had some kind of monsters on it. And must have had a much fine size of crew. I don't know, maybe 60, 70 people. He was the only one left by the time we came. Said that some folks died from wounds. Most folks took their own lives. It gets hard to sleep in here if you spend enough time. Kinda start getting some strange thoughts in your head. You may not need to eat, but you still need to rest. And, well, some folks they were still alive, but their minds were dead.
Interesting.
Yeah, kinda had to do the only right thing we could do here. We ate them! Not really.
Right. So, Dala, do you mind showing Astrid the ship, and I'll stay behind with Lance for a bit.
Uh-huh. I'll do that. I
I'll
will.
say via Discord, don't take your eyes off them, they're all fucking insane.
You don't seem too. You don't seem as I've expected you to seem when you met your mother.
Hey, just so I don't interrupt it in a minute, if it gets personal, I'm wrecked. If Dalu has gone off to do that, then I'm gonna head and I'll catch the end of this on a VOD. So
we can also continue next week for all. I mean, 10 past 10. I'm down to
Sure.
Yeah,
pause and press, and he has a headache, so or a migraine, who knows? Let's
All's good.
press pause and continue next week.
Let's pause before this conversation. Soon we remember it in 2 weeks when we actually get to play together again.
2 weeks.
Maybe.
Do you really believe we're gonna get to play every week?
But no one apart from Lucas is not gonna be here next week, right? Or is someone else?
Yeah, he's on vacation, I think.
Lucas is not gonna be here the way he wrote it, either way.
Yeah.
But if someone else is missing?
Not
good.
me.
I'm good for now.
2 days.
I'm probably missing in 2 weeks.
Okay. But then we can continue next week.
Or in 3 weeks, whichever
Sure,
comes first.
sure.